Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's the Bob and Tom Show. March 1st, rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. I don't know what that does. I said it twice instead of just once.
Double your luck.
Maybe.
Pizza, pizza, pizza.
We can't change it now. Hello, Christy.
Hi, Chick.
Hello, Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Chick.
Josh Arnold buckling in. There's Ace Cosby.
Chick.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick. And here's Tom. Hello, Tom.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the Bob and Tom Show. Heard some classic Donnie Baker there. Pizza in honor of Ace Cosby. The month of March, as chosen by Ace, is going to be nothing but pizza every day, every meal. And do we have our breakfast pizza lined up for you, Ace?
Already had it.
You already had it. Okay, and what was today's pizza?
Screaming Sicilian breakfast one, sausage gravy.
Wow.
Sausage gravy
That
pizza.
sounds like a mess, right? Try to get that in your mouth with the gravy.
Did
And
you knife and fork it, or?
No, I cut it in fourths, and it tasted like a biscuit in your hand.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Pizza one. Save the box.
oh, there's an idea. A biscuit for your... Oh, wait a minute. Biscuit's already here for your hand. I'm sorry.
Well,
Never mind.
A biscuit in your hand is worth
Biscuits
two.
and gravy in your hand. How's that? More descriptive.
Is it any tomato sauce or anything, or is it just...
No, just the
so it's
biscuit
okay.
and gravy on the sausage gravy on the pizza.
Okay, that's fine. Oh,
That's fine.
We're
That's
welcoming.
You don't like it, I can tell.
That's
No,
fine.
no. It's we
Wait a minute.
Talked Ace enough. That's fine.
we welcome a diversity of pizzas.
When's the last time you had biscuits and gravy?
Wow.
The answer is it's been too long.
Yeah, it has been. I'm sure it's delicious. I haven't had it in quite some time. I did have pancakes a couple weeks ago. God, I love pancakes.
Are you saying there's a definite correlation between what a person eats and their personality?
Yes.
Like you look like a
what he's
biscuits and
saying.
gravy type of guy, or you look like a caviar and filet kind of guy?
You
or-
judge a person by the food they eat, don't you?
No, not necessarily.
Look at this guy.
You like what you like.
Look at this guy over by the pretzel hut. Look at that guy. Look at him.
Like Happy Humphrey's going for two.
Happy Humphrey. All right.
Here he comes.
I finally got that. I'm bringing him back. Not to life, sadly.
I
but-
miss Happy Humphrey, yeah.
Okay. Once again, Ace is going to eat nothing but pizza for the month of March. And you're, by the way, at any time, Ace, if you choose to undo this, you can. But I'll be getting you a check this morning so you can purchase. That's part of the whole thing is I am buying Ace's pizzas. So we'll send. I wanted at the end of the month, we'll decide which ones you like the most, and you'll make a list. I certainly appreciate that.
Keep track.
Okay, very, very good.
Oh, he'll keep track.
Receipts.
He counts those pennies. Those turn into dollars, pal.
Today, interestingly enough, is the, I want to say, the 50th anniversary of Dark Side of the Moon, the Pink Floyd classic. It's hard to believe. 50 years.
Did you have the guy with the Dark Side of the Moon van in your neighborhood?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we did.
You did?
Yeah, we did.
Wow.
And it's made of carpeting.
The one that I remember was more of like a felt, not a felt, it wasn't carpet, so to speak.
It was like indoor-outdoor carpet.
Yeah, okay.
He had the
kind of shiny, but
the famous Prism
yep.
Yeah.
Dark Side of the Moon
Yeah.
cover. But that album, I believe, I'm not sure which chart it is, if it's the famous Billboard magazine chart, but I believe it's been on the charts for 50 years.
Wow.
I don't think it's ever left the top 200 or something like that.
Isn't Roger Waters re-recording it?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, Roger's
Makes no sense.
become a
Kinda loopy, yeah.
very controversial figure. A lot of his political choices lately. I'm not sure if he'll be singing it in Russian or English, put it that way. And he doesn't get along with Mr. Gilmore, sadly. But in any event, it's a
I always heard about those fights about the groups had been together for a long time. Like when the Beatles broke up. Oh, why would they break up? Those four guys, they all get along.
They made such good music.
Yeah, for like 30 years or so. And then
You got to have a tolerance for working with dicks.
and then Pink Floyd. And then Pink Floyd, they broke up. I wonder what happened with it. And then you're in a group like this for 30. It starts to come into focus how that could. Hey, wait a minute. I get it. Okay.
Do you hear him just plow right through your setup there?
Oh yeah, I know.
At least
That's
we
part
don't
of the
have.
reason.
At least we don't have to tour together.
Oh, we
did
used
for a
to.
while.
Well, that's true. We did for a while.
We have a tour stop coming up, ladies and gentlemen.
We do?
To celebrate the opening of the baseball season. Hard Rock Cafe, Cincinnati, Ohio. Should be a great show. We're going to have some very special guests, a live band with a full horn section. That's right. Coming up at the end of the month. We'll give you all the details on that.
I heard there's a live band. Yeah, that's right. Now, is there a live horn section? No, there's not. Oh, well, I won't be attending.
Can't possibly.
Is there a live horn section? Oh, yes, there is. Well, I'll be there.
First of all, I wouldn't expect you to appreciate the greatness of having a live horn section in a band, and I think it's
I don't like horns, and I don't like people who play horns. How about that?
Well, then you owe an apology. You owe an apology to Mike Mark because his son is a fine college trumpet player.
I think his son has been to my house a couple times. I think he's stolen something. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they're all brass holes, if you ask me.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Brass.
I got it. That's funny.
Nothing like a great live band with a horn section. The point is, we're going to be doing that, and we'll have a horn section, whether you like it or not, Chick McGee.
Okay.
We'll even have a Barry, the baritone sax, of course.
See, this is the kind of talk that starts when you talk about live horns, and then this crap comes out.
Now the
Boy, that was
woodwinds
really close.
getting involved. Get out of here.
Now, didn't you ask me if I would bring back the famous woodwind section that we brought in one morning, the bassoons?
Did I do that on the air or off the air? I forget.
On the air,
I think on the air.
Did
you
I
said-
say on the
said-
air?
Yeah, you did.
We could bring them back.
Okay, only I liked you promoting it and saying bassoon for the whole time. That's what I enjoy.
I see. I see.
I always get that confused with the oboe. I don't know why that is.
They're both double reeds.
The bassoon is bigger. Yeah.
The
Lot
bassoon,
bigger.
the bassoon's the big one. It looks like a didgeridoo?
Yep.
It's real big.
Huge.
The oboe looks
I was
like
just kidding about Patrick.
clarinet. Mike Mark just walked in, and
I made
after
another crap list.
after
Well, what are you going to do?
coming up, we have some news from the world of sports.
Oh, that's true. Yesterday I missed none of your business, and I realized it was Donnie Iris's birthday, and I missed that yesterday, and I deeply, humbly apologize.
Now,
Anyway,
aren't you suggesting that become the new national anthem?
I think that should absolutely become the new national anthem. No matter what you say, you and I both know the reason you were missed Tuesday. You were celebrating Donnie Iris's 80th birthday. But yesterday, the show wasn't all grapes and Miller Lite. I tuned in, as I have since 1995, and not once did I hear even a snippet of Aaliyah. I thought you had a greater influence on the gang. But it's clear you are the renegade chick, and he appreciates it.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's Ed. That's right. That's Ed. How can you not like this song?
Pretty great.
Great.
How can you not? How can you like Love Is Like a Rock more than that? You're sick.
Who are you addressing here?
Ace.
Okay. Now, coming up today in the news, among other things, we have an update on the guy that they found inside the shark.
Yep.
He's still dead.
I read a lot more about that yesterday, too.
Hang on, we're getting you.
His family identified him by a tattoo.
He's already digested my feed.
That would be a very unpleasant task.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. Now, we also have an interesting article about some potential NFL rules changes, one of which you're going to have to explain to me, Chick. But
Oh, good.
they're,
Me explaining to you something and you half listening is one of my favorite things.
I'll be half listening. You'll be talking. I'll be looking at my computer trying
And
to make something else up.
remember the scuttlebutt at the Super Bowl? What's wrong with the field? Everybody's falling down. Well, we've got sort of an explanation of that for you this morning.
Okay, that's all
From
coming up.
they call him the Sod Father, Tom.
Oh,
I like that.
Yep, that's right. And when I say his name, I remembered his name. So, but I'm a super NFL fan. So.
Okay, and we have right now an opportunity for you to listen to this show with no distractions, because you could put on your Raycon earbuds, and one of the settings is the one that lets you just live in your own little world in your head, and we all love doing that. You know who turned me out of the Raycon earbuds? It was that man over there, Chick McGee.
It was me, and I did so because Raycon is premium audio at the perfect price point. You can build great habits entering 2023 without breaking the bank. You're looking for a pair of everyday earbuds, or maybe a battery that will last all night at your next party for your big, loud speaker. Raycon's got you covered. Raycons start at around half the price of other premium audio brands. And even if you know you'll love your Raycons as much as we do, there is a easy-peasy free return guarantee that Raycon has. And we haven't even gotten to the soft gel tips that fit every ear ever made, and 3 customizable sound profiles. If you're ready to buy something small with a big impact on your life, go to buyraycon.com/Tom today to get 15% off your Raycon order. And the best thing about these earbuds, they will not come out of your ear and fall into the toilet like some other earpods that I will not mention. That's buyraycon.com/Tom to score 15% off your Raycon purchase. That is buyraycon.com/Tom.
Okay. Does anybody know what cakeage is?
No.
Many cakes? Cakeage?
No. It's a new word.
Like a backside, maybe?
It's been entered in dictionary.com.
Oh, she got them cakes.
No, I would never have guessed this, although I experienced it just the other night. Cakeage is the charge a restaurant charges if you bring in your own birthday cake for a party.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
The fee, the cakeage fee.
Yeah.
Which is a little...
What do they call that when you do it with wine? Is it a
They call it a
cork
cork fee.
A what? Cork fee?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of newly coined words, or words that are now officially in the dictionary. A whole bunch of them. Some of them are really cool. We'll find out what they are coming up later today. And, of course, it'll be sexy time with Alli Breen. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, well-meaning, but
Yeah, they're all messed up.
more than slightly confused.
Slightly confused. That's my cue. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 on a Wednesday. It's March 1st. On the way, comedian relationship expert Alli Breen will be joining us with your relationship letters. Also, Jessica Alsman, Scorched Earth from the Bits and Pieces podcast, will be along as well, skating through our first day of March. That's right. Spring has officially arrived. Well, it'll still be a few weeks before it's official, but you know what they say. March in comes like a lamb, out like a lion, or in like a lion, out like a lamb. I don't know. You figure it out. But it is Wednesday, and we're glad you're along with us on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. A passenger train carrying hundreds of people, including many university students returning home from holiday in Greece, has collided at high speed with an oncoming freight train. The fiery wreck in northern Greece killed at least 36 people, injured some 85 others. Officials said Wednesday multiple train cars derailed. At least 3 caught fire after the crash. Survivors say several passengers thrown through windows of the train cars due to the impact. Others fought to free themselves after the passenger train buckled, slamming into a field near a gorge. The U.S. Postal Service is buying 9,250 Ford Motor Company electric vans and 14,000 charging stations. The service also buying another 9,250 internal combustion vans from Fiat Chrysler in North America, now part of Amsterdam-based Stellantis. The Fiat Chrysler and Ford vehicles together will cost just over $1 billion. Charging stations will be installed at several Postal Service facilities, including sorting and delivery centers, starting in the third quarter of this year. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, I'm Morty Gleckman for Casket Carnival.
It's a Casket Carnival. You won't lose your shirt. It's a Casket Carnival. When we shovel on the dirt, we'll make sure you really save before we stick you in the grave. We won't steal from you. Casket Carnival.
We've got lots of games and prizes, and since many of our coffins are scratch and dent or gently used models, we pass the savings on to you at Casket Carnival. And don't forget to say hello to our lovable mascot, Embalmo the Clown.
Hey, yeah, there. Thanks for coming to the Casket Carnival. You're really gonna dig our prices there. Don't forget to ask about our layaway plan, huh? Hey, geez, what's wrong with these people? I'm dying up here, huh? At the cremation station, we want to earn your business. You know, sometimes I wish I were dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
She's my little hoochie coo. I can have my cake and eat it too. Now she's got nothing on. That girl can cook. Sunday night she cooked.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good Morning Sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Do you remember the dramatic rescue of baby Jessica when she fell down the well? Remember she was 18 months old?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, baby Jessica is a baby no longer. She was married over the weekend.
No kidding.
She is now 19 years old, and she apparently tied the knot Saturday at a rural church outside Midland, Texas. She's 19. Her husband, 32-year-old Daniel Morales.
I bet they're on City Walk.
Chick, I forgive you for everything you've ever done. Bravo, Chick McGee.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, only another 12 years. Till the next one. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Baby Jessica.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a so you know where I'm going.
I actually I have a sexual fantasy associated with the earthquake.
Go.
All right, woke chick up. In my fantasy, I am making love to this woman.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she feels the earth move beneath her.
Ah, yes.
And then she rolls over on top of me and shields me from debris. Safety first, everybody. Safety first.
We got inspired last night by the halftime show watching Tom Petty's.
Oh, all right.
And so I figured we could do a lot better, probably going back. He respected that I used to be known as Donnie Cougars. So this is Donnie Cougars and the Pork Breakers.
Uh-huh.
Well, I won't come back down, 'cause I hate this town. Ain't got airbrush t-shirts like Gatlinburg does, so I won't come back down. I told you it was good.
It's time once again for people who suck at small talk.
Hey, nice weather we're having today, don't you think?
Yeah, it is rather amazing the cyclical manner in which meteorological trends manifest themselves.
Jeez, sorry I asked.
Join us again next time for people who suck at small talk.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24.
Out.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
Josh Arnold.
Chick.
Hi. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Hey, man. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee. Rabbit. And here's Tom Griswold.
We missed you, Chick. A couple things you missed we're going to have to review again. Because
some wild stuff out there, man.
Wild stuff.
Well,
be scared.
We'll check. You want to...
What?
Tell Chick about this poor guy that got eaten by the shark.
Oh.
It's getting stupid up
This
in
is
here.
this is pretty
I wonder how
crazy.
long your brain and your eyes work while you're being eaten.
Oh.
It's a thought.
We don't know if he was eaten alive or if they found him in the water yet. The remains of a man who disappeared in southern Argentina earlier this month appear to have been found inside a shark that was captured by local fishermen. Diego Barria was last seen riding his all-terrain vehicle near the coast on February 18th.
Yeah.
The damaged
Having a great
ATV
morning.
was located 2 days later on a beach near Rocas Colorados, but there was no sign of the 32-year-old.
Fat Island.
Nearly a week later, 2 fishermen went to the Coast Guard to report that they had fished 3 school sharks close to where Barria's ATV was located.
They had mortarboards on the sharks. That's how they knew
They're
they were
school sharks, of course.
And when they were cleaning the sharks, they found human remains in one of them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Ugh. Daniela Melatrus, a law enforcement officer who oversaw the search for Barria, told local media his family recognized his remains due to a tattoo that was still visible.
Oof. Yeah, the tattoo said, if found, please return to...
The head of the police department said they kind of think Barria had an accident and was dragged, noting there had been a strong tidal surge the weekend when he disappeared. So dragged out to sea and... because his ATV, if you saw the pictures, was heavily damaged. I mean, it was beaten up pretty badly, so I don't...
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it crash near the shore?
Yeah, I think it did.
Okay.
Probably the waves brought him out.
And then a couple sharks dressed like nurses and doctors. Hey, we'll help you out. Yeah, just come on. Come to us.
People-fed shark is like a James Bond villain thing. Hey, your sharks look healthy. Oh, that's because they eat people. We just ate a guy on shore the other day. This is probably going to be the start of the next big movie, Cocaine Shark.
Oh, yeah.
Although we've got Cocaine Bear, and what are they going to do? Meth Alligator. Meth Alligator. Yeah. All right. Oh, speaking of movies.
What?
It's really sad.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to do all the news?
This is big news for you.
No, you just to give me the you can just give him the teaser.
Yeah. The creature from the Black Lagoon has died.
That's a hell of a teaser.
I didn't even know he was still alive.
It's
a great story.
If I hadn't said it, he would have.
Great story.
He has to be pretty old, right?
I still say whoever
90
came up with that special effect, and it was in the 40s, I think.
It's a good-looking suit.
Really,
Rico Browning, the underwater stuntman who portrayed the Gill Man in the 1954 horror classic that has traumatized Tom to this very day. Creature from the Black Lagoon.
The reason he wears socks while he's water skiing.
Yeah.
I was at Joanne Dalton's birthday party across the street growing up on Duffield Road.
And how old were you?
And her dad, Cal, thought it was a great idea to show this horror movie to a bunch of little kids. We couldn't have been, 6 or something. Terrified me. And to this day, I have trouble swimming at night. And
boy, that's a rich kid's little name. A little kid, you're rich, your name, Joanne Dalton.
Yeah.
Hi.
Just lovely person.
I'm Joanne Dalton. Hi, how are you?
They had their own movie theater?
No, they rented a 16-millimeter projector. And
What? Wow.
But it was the larger point here is the movie's terrifying. If you've never seen it, The Creature from the Black Lagoon, and this is the guy that did all the swimming stunts. The guy that did the on-shore version of The Creature was a different stuntman. But
the guy who did the swimming couldn't handle the
I guess he was a swimmer only.
on-shore interaction.
The movie holds up.
Mr. Browning went on to co-produce the Dolphin Tale Flipper.
No kidding.
For both the big screen and television. He died quietly Sunday of natural causes at his home in Florida. He was 93.
I'm going to go. So, I highly recommend The Creature from the Black Lagoon, but I would be very careful showing it to little kids.
You think I had a picture of him in the gill suit on the TV or somewhere? And
absolutely.
Yeah, I would have to. See that picture? That's me. Yeah.
I have a little...
horrible suit.
I have a Gillman model on my desk.
Yeah, you do. It's like the bust of...
Yeah, it's great.
You took it out of here.
Sad news. We have...
Have your girls seen it?
No. Too scary. What was
They'll feel nothing when they watch it.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
No, it's the thing. The reason that's scary, it's much more believable than so many of the monster movies. And
to you, it's more believable.
No, I mean you're swimming in dark black water and something comes up from underneath and grabs your foot.
Well, why wouldn't Anaconda be then?
I don't know. I don't. Maybe it's just
or Jaws.
I think.
It's a good movie. I love that movie. But yeah,
I do too. My dad.
I just wonder if kids these days are a bit jaded. I mean, I would think they would think Voldemort was scarier than Gillman.
Okay.
But,
okay. Well, in any event, the movie lives on, as do the nightmares he caused me. I think that's the important thing. And what was the big movie? What was it a couple years ago? The Water is Wet or some pretentious thing.
The Shape of Water?
The Shape of Water.
The Guillermo del Toro movie?
That guy looked like the Gill Man.
Yeah.
Pretty colors.
That's pretty much the same thing.
Yep.
That guy was also in Hellboy. He played the first Hellboy. He was,
really?
Doug Jones?
Yeah, Doug Jones. He played Saperstein, Abe Saperstein, or whatever the hell his name was. Yeah.
Sapien, I think. Abe Sapien?
Abe Sapien.
Abe Saperstein, I believe, was the producer of the Mr. Magoo movies.
And also,
the Harlem Globetrotters.
Somewhere in there.
I think that's right. So one of those things is right. Anyway, we get back to the sports page with Mr. Chick McGee. Have we missed anything?
Here's an NFL story. The Combine kicks off this right now, actually.
Caught in the gears of a combine.
That's right. That's the way I want to go. But you remember Super Bowl 57, and there were all kinds of problems with the turf, they said. Oh, my gosh. Everybody slipping and falling. Well, the sod father has spoken. George Toma, the longtime groundskeeper who has prepared and then consulted the NFL for every Super Bowl field, and this year's Super Bowl 57, said the field at State Farm Stadium, they did not take his recommendation. It was overwatered, and the issues at Super Bowl 57 entirely preventable. During the game, an eventual 38-35 Chiefs win over the Eagles, he said it was watered too early, and then they moved it inside quickly, and then it was left under a tarp to dry, and he said he could smell the field rotting, and he said that was the problem. It should have been left out to dry after they watered it for at least another day before they pulled it inside, and that made the field very, very slippery. But NFL fans know the name George Toma. He's gotten Super Bowl fields together for over 50 years.
So why is it this is like the thing with NASA where the
yeah.
Oh, well, the guys that know what they're talking about recommend you don't do the launch. The guy that knows what he's talking about says, no, you got to dry out the grass. They don't listen.
Yeah, they don't listen. They didn't listen.
And the other aspect of it was they were saying that they sprayed it extra green so it would look good on television, and that stuff didn't dry properly.
That made it slicker, I guess. Yeah.
So. And I saw one headline that said the most valuable player at the Super Bowl was the turf.
Oh, yeah.
It had that much of an effect on the game. So,
and to get off sports for a second, I have this email, and I heard rumors, but I'm not really sure. I missed yesterday morning's broadcast, but this is from a gentleman, Mr. Cooper, I guess. It says, "Sorry to hear about chick's penis injury from pickleball." Would anyone care to step in?
Well, we were told you were at the doctor's office because you had suffered an injury.
I told them you were.
You told
no,
them.
No. I said you had an appointment with your gynecologist. I left it at that.
Yes,
and that you were laying face down with your feet in the stirrups.
Yeah. That was tough. Yeah. We never mentioned penis. We were told. A listener wrote in and said, "Hey, I heard a rumor that it was a pickleball tournament accident." And yes, indeed.
And I believe I told you Monday, I thought, that I have decided not to play in the pickleball league. I said I see these guys enough when I'm playing euchre with them once a month.
Oh, it's the same group?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're making the right decision.
Yeah, I think so.
But again, the vision of you lying face down
at a gynecologist
thing with your feet.
I don't know if his back would bend like that. I don't know if I
quite a curvy little.
Yeah.
Well, you got to stretch.
I think it would be very
uncomfortable.
Kind of comfortable at some point. A nice stretch, yeah. That'd be all right.
Do you ever, when you're at a doctor's office or something like that, for example, the dentist's office, you get in that chair and you go to sleep.
Yeah. I can see how you would fall asleep in a dentist chair.
Really comfortable.
Especially if they put that X-ray blanket over you.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that something?
Home sweet home. Do you find yourself getting largely erect during a dental exam?
No.
Well,
I was supposed to go there today and I had to cancel, but I'm glad Jen is not going to see me today because I would have told her that.
Is that right?
I tape it down before I go in.
Oh, okay.
All right, nice.
I've got to guess that the guys who came up with the weighted blanket.
Yes,
that happened in the dentist office.
I've always wondered that too.
Yeah, they put it on you,
and you guys have the weighted blanket, right?
I have one.
I do not.
You like it?
I do. I love it.
I have a 80-pound golden retriever lays on top of me when I'm laying down mostly.
Oh, that's even better.
Oh, this is great, right? Get off me. That's what she says, all right.
Corners, and they put that one paw with all the pressure of all the weight on you.
My paws are spiky. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I've got 3 golden retrievers I'm living with. One of them has the worst case of dog FOMO.
Oh,
fear of missing out.
I've got one of those.
If this dog hears anyone getting petted or the door opening to go out for a walk, she shows up. Hey, here I am. Tail wagging violently. Time to go. I'm going to have some fun. Wait a minute.
Hey, I know that sound. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, fellas.
Floyd.
I've enjoyed your weighted blanket program.
Oh, you're welcome.
What would Mike Lindell come up with next? So I was on the road just and I heard one of them sports talker shows, going on and babbling and carrying on. Talking about something chick mentioned, these NFL combines.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, what a waste of tax dollars at first. NFL invested in combines, and I believe most of the games are played on artificial turf. I thought the only thing they're planting is stupidity. But it turns out the combine they were talking about is what chicks talking about. These old boys get a chance to do exercises in front of scouts, kind of show the stuff, and hope to go pro with it. I seen on news the other day this old boy got arrested for kindly having sex with his combine.
Oh, my.
Concubine?
Well, I said, I hope it wasn't a John Deere, you know, on account they'd also get it for bestiality.
It is a deer.
I heard you talking about sharks. We all know swimming with dolphins is expensive, but you know what else is worse?
What?
Swimming with sharks.
Yeah?
I've heard tell it can cost you an arm and a leg.
Very amusing.
I don't know about y'all, but boy, my roids are flaring up again. Must be this barometric pressure. I'll wake up and listen to that, sir.
Now, I believe every year at this time when the combine starts, Tom, and you and I always have the spirited conversation that I can't believe you're not going to watch the combine proceedings on the NFL Network. I just don't know why you want to miss that.
Because I have a life. I've got a lot. I'm pretty busy.
You don't like to watch guys run the 40 and do pass patterns and drills and things like that?
I can be a football fan without being on the coaching staff. I don't need to.
No. Why not? You're not watching.
No.
What's the success rate of the combine?
3%. But the problem is, they're thinking of doing away with the combine. I guess Sean McVay is a proponent of, look, just stay with your team and work out the coming season instead of all traipsing to Indianapolis for the combine.
I think it's a smart idea. The players get to audition, if you will, in front of.
Yeah, I think it's
fun. I don't think I have to watch it, but I think it's a good idea.
But it's really, someone brought up the idea yesterday that it's really the only chance that everybody in the NFL can get together and not on a confrontational basis.
Yeah, I bet they like it.
Yeah, it's like some sort of convention for printer and copier salesmen.
Sure.
Only it's the NFL.
Yeah.
And they get
in fact, have you heard that it's fun or they?
I have heard. Well, here's the thing I heard, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but when they let everybody in, or you can go watch it in person, it changed drastically, because before, when people weren't allowed to be in there, and you can't, I guess you got to go online and ask for a ticket, and then the NFL prints it out. It was a lot more casual, and the teams and the managers and the coaches, they all felt a little bit more relaxed. But now, when there are people in the stands and looking, they have to watch it. And I guess some of the people following the teams would be able to go from team to team in the suites and be able to hang out. And now, evidently, they feel like they can't do that because there are people being involved in actual Joe Sixpack coming up and going, hey, you're Ron Rivera, aren't you? Stuff like that. You know. So human beings is the problem, Tom.
But I think it is. The NFL really is a small world. And when you look at these coaching changes, this guy goes here because that guy's there.
Exactly.
He used to work with this guy over here. It's a small world. They all get together as you say, in a non-confrontational way. I'm sure it's fun.
Yeah.
Very, very informative for him.
I enjoyed on the, I don't watch it wall to wall, but I'll turn it on and see what's going on. Mm-hmm. Okay. I want to see a 6'6", 290 guy run a 4.4 40. Don't you?
Yeah.
It is something.
Hell. Yeah, Montez Sweat of the Commanders. Okay.
Well, I'll read about it later. We have more sports coming up.
That's right.
From Chick McGee over there at the Bob and Tom Sports Desk. You want to give me the teaser?
The Tennessee Titans did not treat one of the players that they recently released very well. That's a super understatement. And we're talking, we're going to look at more NFL talk with rules changes coming down the pike.
Plus, I've got a special Tim Wilson request I want to get to. It is pizza month for Ace Cosby anyway. And Ace is eating nothing but pizza the entire month. He's already kicked it off, and we're going to hear a little pizza tribute from Ozzy Osbourne in just a couple of minutes. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Getting to know yourself could be a lifelong process, especially because we're all growing and changing, and life seems to be throwing a lot of curveballs at us these days. It can be pretty confusing out there. Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding, because sometimes we don't even know what we want. We don't know how to react sometimes, and maybe talking through things can be helpful. Well, BetterHelp can connect you with a licensed therapist who can take you on that journey of self-discovery from wherever you are right now. And we've all been through some rough times, and asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of being smart and being good to yourself. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. How does it work? You fill out a brief questionnaire. You'll get matched with a licensed therapist, and it's entirely done online. So it really is a lot more convenient and flexible, because you can make it so that it suits your schedule. By the way, when you're assigned a therapist, if you that isn't working for you, you can switch therapists, no charge, and get all the details at BetterHelp.com/BT show. So discover your potential with BetterHelp. And the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp, and it's BetterHelp, HELP, BetterHelp.com/BT show. By the way, you can do this as if you were on the phone or texting back and forth or with a camera on, whatever suits you. BetterHelp.com/BT show. Coming up, we have some NFL rule changes. We have an excuse to play a great song about West Virginia in the news for a very weird reason. And do you like your signature? If not, there are people that want to help you change it. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Can I ask you something else about living alone? Sure, yeah, sure. Unless, what do you want to move in? What's going on? No, I'm just curious.
Tom's looking forward to that day.
This interests me. Yeah, I have a lot of people hanging out of my house, but I enjoy that. Do you? You said you had a cat?
I do have a cat.
Do you have a dog?
I don't have a dog, and that was taken in the divorce. We had a part Rottweiler, part Doberman named. That was his name.
Good boy.
He's a good boy.
He is.
But I'm thinking about getting a dog.
Dogs are great.
Yeah, they are. And especially, I'll tell you, I'm interested in the Chihuahua only because the Chihuahua, I can learn a lot from a Chihuahua. I need empowerment lessons from a Chihuahua because a Chihuahua has this species amnesia. They have no idea of their relative size and the scope of reality. And I need that because you go over to someone's house that has a Chihuahua and right there, they're hey, just ready to go. You weigh 4 ounces. I could mail you in a priority package for $4.85, and you're going to tear my ass up? Is that what's happening here? What I don't like about certain dog owners is that I don't mind talking to your animal, but don't include me in the conversation with the dog. That's my only problem. Is when you're talking to me, talk to me.
Right.
You know, did you go up to Yosemite this summer? Oh, it's great. Yosemite's beautiful. Earl and I went up there last year. We got in a tent. It was great. It rained, and oh boy, Pepper didn't like that, did you, Pepper? No, you didn't. You wanted to get out of that tent, didn't you? You barred.
Tell Dwight how much you hated it.
That's right. Anyway, so there's nothing to do, but Earl and I just got it on the whole time, and that's all you can do. Pepper didn't like that, did you? No, you thought Daddy was hurting Mommy, didn't you, Pepper? Look at Pepper's face. You don't know what I'm saying, do you? Oh, he's cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, we did the Mexican cartwheel and a big wheel. And that was very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that right, Pepper? Oh. Don't bite me!
Dwight Slade is our guest. Can I ask you something else about living alone?
Sure, yeah, sure. Unless, what do you want to move in? What's going on?
No, I'm just curious.
Tom's looking forward to that day.
This interests me. Yeah, I have a lot of people hanging out of my house, but I enjoy that. Do you? You said you had a cat?
I do have a cat.
Do you have a dog?
I don't have a dog, and that was taken in the divorce. We had a part Rottweiler,
Gotta wait till Monday, March 6th to sign up early for our Bracket Mayhem. Courtesy of the Bob and Tom Show, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We hope you win, and we hope you win that $1 million.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Chicago voters have denied Mayor Lori Lightfoot a second term. Candidates Paul Vallis and Brandon Johnson will meet in a runoff to succeed her. Tuesday's election was a rebuke of Lightfoot, who made history as the leader of the nation's third largest city. Vallis, a former school CEO backed by the police union. Johnson, a former teacher and county commissioner endorsed by the Chicago Teachers Union. They advanced to the April 4th runoff after none of the 9 candidates were able to secure over 50% of the vote to win outright. The man credited with inventing the cell phone 50 years ago is optimistic that future advances in mobile technology can transform human lives. But Martin Cooper also is worried about the risk smartphones pose to privacy and young people. The 94-year-old was interviewed at the MWC Wireless Trade Show in Barcelona. Cooper made the first public call from a handheld portable telephone on a Manhattan street way back in April 3rd of 1973, using a bulky brick prototype device that his team at Motorola had started designing 5 months earlier. Putting olive oil in coffee is hardly a tradition in Italy, but that didn't stop Starbucks interim CEO Howard Schultz from launching a series of beverages doing just that in Milan. Starbucks says Schultz came up with the notion of adding olive oil after visiting a producer in Sicily last summer. The Oleato 5-drink assortment launched last week at the company's Milan roastery. The beverages have provoked both amusement and curiosity amongst Italians. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I work the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
Matt Weinhold is our guest, wow.
I still love Star Trek. Do you guys keep up with any of that stuff?
I'm not a
Star Trek
Trekkie
and Babylon
fan,
5 and all that. I love all that stuff. Pretty much anything that will not get me laid, I'm into. But I actually have had sex, which sort of makes me like the Fonzie of the Star Trek convention. You know, these conventions.
Oh, man, it's Matt. He's been with a girl.
Right. I actually bring a girl into these things. Say, where'd you meet her? On the internet? No. I met her at a bar. Whoa! We're not worthy.
Oh, that's great.
Things are so complicated. Remember the good old days when all you needed for romance was a van and some chloroform?
Sure.
Yes! What happened to those days?
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. So that's how you know you're too high.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, padoom, padoom. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
The details soon.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Chick.
Willie Griswold over there.
Chick, sir.
I'm Chick, and here is Tom Griswold. Tom? Hello, Tom.
Hey, where do you guys stand on those chicken and are they called chicken and biscuit crackers?
Oh, yeah, chicken biscuit. Aren't they?
You like
they've
those?
been around forever.
They're oddly seasoned.
I don't
aren't
like
they?
the crackers, but I do like the logo, the little chicken on the
I like
bottom.
that guy, too.
I like that.
Oh, that's nice. Well, if we're talking food, we'll be talking about Ace Cosby and nothing but pizza in the month of March. The month of March, of course, beginning today.
Sausage gravy pizza this morning he put away, I guess.
Okay, and then there'll be pizza for lunch. I'm paying for all these pizzas. I've made a financial arrangements with Ace.
When I see it.
Take out a loan?
Are you suggesting Ace is going to find the most expensive pizzas? Well, that's good. I want him to taste great pizza, have some fun, and all he has to do is keep track of the pizzas and save the boxes, etc., for a nice photograph at the end.
Do you have a plan for like Pepto-Bismol, Tums? Are you worried about heartburn here?
Which one was it you said would go right through me yesterday?
The one you had this morning. Some breakfast pizza.
Okay.
I believe the phrase was
How you
instant
doing?
diarrhea.
Is it working?
You know what? Let's just keep this at what pizza, not what movement he had after eating said.
No, Tom said he wants pictures of every movement.
No, that's fine. Now, I wanted to catch Chick up with a couple things because he missed yesterday's show due to his gynecological appointment. The point is,
I can't say I missed it.
There's there was a story you may recall about a guy that was doing something to a boat, and suddenly the boat drifted out to sea, and he had to be rescued after, 21 days at sea, and all he had to eat were ketchup packets. Got a nice letter from someone saying, what kind of a boat operator has nothing on his boat for survival, but just happens to get on the boat and he has hundreds of ketchup packets and no food?
I am very skeptical of that.
In any event, the Heinz people were trying to find the guy, and they did find him, and they're going to give him a new boat. His name was like Elvis Francois or something, and
that's exactly right.
Dominican. I don't need that. That's enough information. I want to play this for Chick. Dean dug this up. This is a song I'd forgotten about that is so funny. It's a story song. It's a short song from Tim Wilson, and you'll see there's a connection to ketchup.
She was eating lunch at a meeting 3, and that's where she met me. She wrote her name on a napkin with her address and telephone. She had an ass that would not wait. I had the all-you-could-eat meatloaf plate, but wiped my mouth on that napkin. What a mistake, 'cause now her number's gone. I should have found something else to wipe it on, and her name is Jane Ketchup Stain. She lives on Mayonnaise Road. Her number was Heinz 57-4 something with the coleslaw area code. I don't know where she lives or who she is or what number to dial, but if I see her around town, I'll rewrite it all down on a dad blame paper towel. And her name was Jane Ketchup Stain. She lives on Mayonnaise Road. Her number was Heinz 57-4 something with the coleslaw area code. I don't know who she is or where she lives or what number to dial, but if I see her around town, I'll rewrite it all down on a dad blame paper towel.
Yeah. Jane Ketchup Stain. I'm seeing a Hallmark movie there.
Yeah.
Guy writes down the number of the ketchup stain, and then he somehow condiments come into play, and the meet cute, if you will, results, of course, in wedding bells, as they do in all the Hallmark movies.
Of course.
Sounds really good. Chick McGee is back, and he is at the Bob and Tom Sports Desk. What have we missed?
It looks like we've got the Hall of Fame game announced this morning. It's the there at Fawcett. No, who was it? Tom Benson Stadium in Canton, Ohio, in the shadow of the Hall of Fame. You got the Jets and the Browns. Thursday, August 3rd, 8 o'clock. That's the official opening of the NFL preseason.
Okay.
Is no one else excited by this?
I'm excited that you are.
You're excited that I'm excited?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just remind me, will you, when we get 6 months out?
I'll give you a heads up if you'd like.
Say Thursday?
That's what it says, August 3rd.
Has it been on Thursdays recently?
I don't know, Ace. Why don't you look that up and get back to me?
Chick, do we have
a pizza first?
Do we have a world record today?
We do.
We have an email about you and your world records.
Well, go right ahead.
Well, I'm going to paraphrase a little bit here, but Kevin writes in, he wants to know, is it possible that if not now, but at some point, Chick could hold the world record for publicly announcing other world records?
Wait a minute.
Oh, there we go.
I think you could, because remember, Al Jackson worked for them for a while, and he did video stuff,
Yeah,
but he
that's
only did
true.
it for like a couple of years, and they don't have like a Guinness World Record personality that's been around forever.
I don't know when we started doing world records during sports.
We got a good one today, if not two.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's not take everything that this writer has to say seriously. He also says he loves us all, which can't be possible.
Well, now that's maybe.
And keep the Ace Cosby jokes of the day coming. So let's take what he says with a grain of salt.
Great listener.
Well, when you ask, you receive.
Man with a deep voice. Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Hey, Chick.
Yeah.
What's a pizza maker's favorite song?
What's a pizza maker's favorite song? I don't know, Ace.
Slice, slice, baby.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
I like this enthusiasm.
I do too.
Why that hasn't become a commercial? Probably the Queen state doesn't want to.
I like that he sang it a little bit, but he didn't sing it like the song Ice Ice Baby at all.
It was like he didn't want to be sued.
Slice, slice, baby.
Slice, slice, baby, huh?
Oh, yes. Very
Slice, slice, baby.
Well, thank you very much, Ace.
According to reports from former Tennessee Titans offensive lineman and Pro Bowler Taylor Luan.
Oh, it's Titans. No wonder I've been getting weird.
Oh.
Isn't that funny?
Taylor says the team dropped his stuff off after he was released by the Tennessee Titans. They dropped his stuff off on his porch in garbage bags.
Well, that sounds actually fairly kind. Hey, thanks.
The offensive tackle tweeted a photo of large plastic bags resting on his front porch that appear to be full of clothing and shoes with football pads sitting atop one of the bags. Luan wrote in the tweet, "Shout out to the Titans dropping my stuff off today. They even let me keep the shoulder pads." Boy, if there's anything that smells worse than a pair of shoulder pads.
Oh, I can only imagine. Yikes.
He's 31. He certainly should land somewhere on the NFL roster if he wants to play anymore. He spent his entire career with the Titans, Josh.
Yeah.
He played with the team for over 9 seasons. In 2022, he appeared in just 2 games. He had a season-ending ACL tear in week 2. So they...
I mean, isn't there a normal procedure for this when a player leaves?
Yeah, they probably have to pack up their own stuff and hump it to their car. And here, they were kind enough to deliver it right to his porch.
I think it's probably the fact that it was in garbage bags may be the problem.
What were they supposed to do? Put it in Louis Vuitton
Yeah,
luggage?
exactly.
I saw a picture. 2 of them are clear and one's looks like a regular trash.
That's nice.
Okay.
Now we can reuse
I saw the picture. The guy's got a nice house. Pretty nice porch. You can't complain.
I hear a lot of, what the hell is he bitching about from you guys? Is that...
For me, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And isn't a trash bag usually referred to as a Tennessee suitcase?
We'd like to have a special shout out.
Either that or a styrofoam cooler.
Everyone listening in Tennessee.
Duct tape.
Tennessee.
I love when you see stuff like that in the baggage claim. Like, oh my God, somebody's using a duct tape styrofoam cooler.
And there's a heart in it on the way to get a transplant. Sorry. I mean, I don't know. Are they supposed to? This happens constantly for NFL teams.
It seems a little harsh to me, and I'm an NFL fan, but
there are people coming and going, and
they've got to have some sort of protocol for someone who they've released to get their stuff.
They do. Sounds like a very nice one. All he had to do was open his door.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Yes.
It sounds like a job for one of the interns. There we go. You could go to Taylor's locker and you put all the stuff in these garbage bags.
It does. The kid went.
I'll give you an address.
All right.
I want to be in the football team. Coming up in sports, what else you got?
We got new NFL rules, and I only have one world record. Maybe.
I'll dig around.
Maybe there's another one on the way.
Yesterday, we had a lady who has 6 world records in one day.
Oh, yeah, she was awesome.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Spitting fire, heaving sharp objects, throwing knives.
With fire.
And she's a NASA engineer to boot.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But
And
she's taken.
Have you checked up? Have you checked up on that fact she gave you? Or, I'm a NASA engineer. maybe not.
Okay. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
Now, we have a request. Christy, do you feel like doing a little something over there?
Something like what?
Well, we have a request for Christy does a thing she does on occasion on stage with Henry Phillips.
Oh, I see.
They are going to be working together.
Oh,
I don't know.
We were going to use that as a tease to get people to Wiley's on Saturday to see the big.
Well,
the big show.
The big
that'd be
duet.
nice, but there are a lot of people who can't make it to the show.
Didn't we hear a new version of the? Wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Did you guys ever?
Yeah, we did get that.
Oh, cool.
We played that.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we? Can you do the original? Do you know?
That's the more politically correct version.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever guys tried this on the air here?
Have we? Yeah, I think we have. I don't know. Gosh, Henry, it's been so long since I've seen you, and I just thought that would be great to kind of maybe sit here and talk about some things like the weather. Have you noticed how hot it's gotten? Oh my God, and the humidity.
She's talking again.
I have some friends that have shown
really
up
bugging
at
me.
the
She's
beach
talking
wearing the
again.
most ungodly outfits.
So embarrassing. I look at my friend.
I don't know what women are thinking.
I think
these
she's
days.
psycho because she's talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and
that's great,
talking.
but you know, at least make sure your surgeon gets your nipples in the right place, because I hate it when they skew left. God, what is that all about? You would think.
She's talking again. I need a cigarette. She's talking
And
again.
then there's the other
I
girl
wish
who
we
wore the
never met.
horrible
She's
makeup the
talking
other day.
again.
Oh my God, the scars
She's
she
like a
had.
TV set.
You know,
She's
I didn't
talking
know
and
that
talking and talking.
liposuction would
I'm
do
gonna
that.
go insane.
That cellulite was something everybody
I'm in
has, so
horrific
why
pain.
would you even do that to yourself? And then
I think she's on cocaine.
Scars, your stomach looks like a battleground.
Maybe I
now.
need
It's
some
not
because she's
attractive.
talking and talking
Oh my
and
God.
talking, talking and
And
talking.
I'll tell you what, if she
I
wears that
don't
bathing
care
suit
about
one
a
more
word
time, I
you
am gonna
say.
have to-
You
I don't know.
already told that stupid
Strap her to
story
her room
anyway.
so she sees a
I'm
mirror.
gonna get a 38 and blow myself away because you're talking.
You look at yourself in the mirror and go, this is as good as I am ever going to look. Oh, my God. And to go out in public like that? What is she thinking? I was at a black tie event
She's
the other night.
talking
Henry.
again.
The girl had
It's
on
really
this dress.
bugging me. She's talking
Her husband
again.
in a beautiful
It's
tuxedo.
so embarrassing.
She
I look
has
at
on
my
this
friends.
Unbelievably low
I think
cut
she's
dress.
psycho because she's
I
talking
couldn't
and
believe
talking
it.
and
Here we
talking.
are trying to raise money for a charity, and her breasts are hanging out.
She's talking again.
Oh my God, she's 55 years old. Come
She's
on,
talking
man.
again.
Press your age. What are you trying to prove?
She's talking
we all
again.
know that once you start drinking, you're going to hit on your husband's best friend, and that is not
She's
attractive.
talking again.
Yeah, right.
See what you miss when you're gone for just a couple of months, hon?
Wow.
Christy Lee, along with Henry Phillips. I heard something about nipples the wrong way
Yeah,
and
have you
breasts
ever
hanging
seen
out.
that?
Skewing the wrong way?
Yeah.
Sometimes they put them back, they're not exactly
Okay, thank you.
lined up.
Yeah, it kind of looked like Marty Feldman nipples.
Is that what they call it in the textbooks?
I
for
think
the
so.
plastic surgeon?
Six Marquette, number 12 Tennessee, number 13 Virginia all win. Iowa upset number 15 Indiana. Boise State upset number 18 San Diego State, and number 24 Texas A&M over Mississippi. And NHL last night, all in regulation. Florida, Ottawa, Columbus, Pittsburgh, Seattle, Arizona, and Montreal get wins. Minnesota and Los Angeles win in shootouts, and the Bruins beat Calgary 4-3 in overtime. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, that was a good flight.
Yeah, it was. Nicoterm. That's the name of it.
Nicoterm? What's that?
It's a patch.
It's a patch?
Yeah, it helps you quit smoking. My doctor gave it to me.
Nicoterm's a patch?
Yeah, Nicoterm it's a patch.
A patch?
A patch.
Some kind of patch?
Yes, it's a patch like you put on your arm.
Nicoterm is a patch?
Ah, I'll be damned. Yes, it's a patch! 2 days later, different flight, same airport.
What do you mean a patch?
It's a patch.
You mean like a cabbage patch?
No.
Like a briar patch?
No.
Like a patch of pirate wear?
No.
You mean like a patchwork quilt?
No.
You mean like a Clarence Carter set
No.
patches?
Why can't you understand this? It's a patch your doctor gives you that you wear on your arm.
What do you mean arm?
2 days later, same airport, yet another flight.
Now, let me get this straight. Nicoterm is a...
Nicoterm, guaranteed to help you quit smoking.
I think it's a patch.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Are you a single guy?
I used to be married, but I'm divorced now.
Yeah, my marriage wasn't working out. I was driving down the road one day, and my wife ripped the rear view mirror out of the windshield and beat me in the head with it.
What?
You'd have thought nobody had ever made love to her sister. She was just as bad. She used to brag, I can count the number of men I've been to bed with on one hand, and then she'd do it, too. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Eyebrow dandruff. That's disgusting. Is that a thing?
I'm not proud of it.
Why would you bring that up on the air?
I didn't. It was Christy did. It was said in confidence off the air.
Yeah. Don't ever say eyebrow dandruff in front of a potential lover.
Oh,
no.
Hey, look, ladies. If I'm on top, you might get sprinkled on.
Well,
let it snow.
If you're on top, I'll just let everybody else finish that.
Oh, I see. If you're on top, you got about eight seconds to live. Is that it?
I wouldn't say 8.
If you're on top, Godspeed to your ribs, ladies. Is that what we're getting at?
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
This is Bob and
Care.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
Hi, there's Josh Arnold.
Hello there.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick, and here's Tom Griswold with an item.
Yeah, we had a little story about at what age do you stop helping your friends move? It's a legitimate question. We've all done that.
25.
30.
This is a nice letter from Janae in Omaha. While waiting for the light to turn green at a stoplight the other day, I noticed a bumper sticker on the back of the pickup truck in front of me. It said, "Yes, I own this truck, and no, I will not help you move."
Yes.
There you go. There comes a time when it's time to call in the pros.
You know, I saw, and I sent it to Josh because I didn't know where to send it. I took a picture of a back of a pickup truck. You know how they have them on the window?
Sure.
And I was stunned. Think about what you put on your trucks. That's all I got to say. Do you remember the one I sent you?
I remember you sent it to me, and I was like, yikes, but I don't remember exactly what it said.
It was a sushi reference.
Oh, yeah.
It was very dirty. I will show it to you, but it was like, dude, what message are you sending?
Yeah, it was
I'll show it to you.
A not so subtle suggestion that the driver enjoys.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Those are. I like a classy one like that. Or if you can't get in, you're too fat. You know, the classy decals you see on the back of trucks. Those are cool.
And informative.
Oh, there's the phone again.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Donnie, good morning, sir.
Man, shit got me fired up there. The story he said he reported about that NFL player got laid off and the team just dumped his stuff on the front porch.
Yeah.
Brutal.
What a dick move, man. I mean, hell, at least Uber Eats even knocks on your door, you know? Swear to God. Hell, I've heard of better breakups on Bumble than what this guy had to suffer. I'll say it like this, they better pray somebody didn't burgle his stuff off his porch. Because then he could blame the team for the burgling. If he got burgled, that's on them. Now have to replace everything that got burgled, even though they didn't do the burgling.
Yeah.
Did you follow that?
I mean, I've seen dudes get kicked out of bands that get treated that way, but not sports. Hell, when Todd Boner got booted out of Nut Rag, Dennis and Wayne and them ripped the strings off his bass and used them to hog tie to the bird bath.
Wow.
And that's the day he swore he'd never play Christian rock again. He's lucky his bass didn't get stowed. His bass was out there all night. Still smells like tadpoles. Same thing with air travel nowadays, man. These flight attendants are in on it. This is the next pandemic. They even tell you put all your personal belongings in the overhead compartments so they can be properly stowed. Well, how about I put my backpack someplace where you know it's going to get stowed? That's just trifling. I was so pissed I wrote Glenn Beck about it. So,
That'll help.
I gotta go.
That'll help. Once again, the story was the Tennessee Titans apparently just delivered garbage bags with this guy's stuff right there on his porch. I don't know. It's kind of like he broke up with his girlfriend.
Right.
At least they didn't pour bleach all over it.
Yeah. So
I guess
this
that's
is
the new
something
thing.
very unusual that no other team has ever done.
I don't know. I would assume.
I think during Hard Knocks, don't they show like the helping hand guy or
Well, but
Including at lockers.
who knows what they do and they know they're going to be on HBO? I mean,
What I remember in Hard Knocks is that they have a key card to get into the building, and when you're cut from the team, your key card just doesn't work. You show up to work, you
That
tap it
happened
against
here.
the thing.
Yeah, it's like working here.
Yeah.
Every morning I came in wondering, well, what if it's going
Right,
to
I
work
hope
today?
it works today.
Is today the day?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know what the normal procedure is, but
I do not know.
Did you know that's the new thing? By instead of burning your boyfriend's clothes when you kick them out, Christy, it's to just pour bleach all over them.
No, I would never do that.
Why are you up to date on angry?
Yeah. Have you been threatened?
tie-dye clothes,
No, look, you hang around with Pat Godwin long enough.
Yeah, you hear some stories.
You learn how these things happen.
Is that right?
Guitars out the window.
Speaking of Mr. Godwin, I can't help but notice that I look at the schedule here. Friday, March 10th, Brown County Playhouse, Nashville, Indiana. A beautiful spot for a concert. Wow. It's going to be Willie G and Patty G. It's the G brothers. And aren't you technically Willie's godfather?
Yeah.
There we go.
Shouldn't you know that?
You're the one who bestowed that.
I was semi-aware of it. I was just trying to underscore that for those listening. That you
I'm
guys
happy
are-
you're baptized.
Is there anything in your life you're aware?
That's a rough
It's a
call.
slippery slope.
Yeah. That you're talking to someone who never. I can never remember where I park. Yeah, let's see now. Oh, Pat, you said you had a little tribute song for Ace.
Well, I don't, but our Italian correspondent has something for Ace.
Oh, where is he?
Luigi, yes, I'm here. Wait a minute, I can be right there.
Okay.
Oh, Luigi. Hey, Luigi.
Hey, Luigi, is your girlfriend there?
She's always here. Gina Statutory.
Gina Statutory. She's a young girl.
She's going to college. She's on her. She's been going a long time. Don't give me a crap about it. But man cannot live on a pizza alone.
Well, Ace is eating nothing but pizza in the month of March. That's the deal.
I'm very worried about it, so I want to sing about it.
Love this setting on the keyboard. Love it.
Thank you, chick.
You're welcome.
When your cholesterol gets too high from a 90 pizza pies, that's too much, When an ace stuff his face cause he's sure loving the taste, that's still a way too much, I'm gonna pay every single day. Some say it's a big cheapskate. Pizza free, I hope he don't get diabetes. As you take care of yourself, I gotta go.
Thank you, Luigi.
You be careful.
That was nice.
Always a pleasure. My gosh.
That's an accordion. That's a nice accordion.
Oh, and there's Pat. Pat, you just missed the Luigi.
What happened?
That's so weird.
Yeah.
You guys are never on the air together.
He likes to be left alone when he works.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's
It's like Dr. Tom Whiskey. I don't
really
understand.
It's a
just
hell
how
of,
it works.
hell of an accordion, General.
It's a hell of an accordion. You got
Three of us get that.
Hey, sometimes you do the jokes just for your friends. Coming up, brand new words from dictionary.com. They add a bunch every year.
Are you furious about these?
No, I like a lot of these.
Oh, wow. Normally it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Normally you are furious.
Normally they're annoying and they're trendy and they're stupid.
But it's dictionary.com. It's not your Oxford or your
right.
Merriam-Webster.
But Josh, don't you not respect the integrity of Merriam-Webster anymore?
Yes, I'm purely an Oxford man. I like my dictionaries like I like my commas. Oxford.
You don't use dictionary.com?
It's a far lesser.
I got it.
Dictionary.com is the Wheel of Fortune to my Jeopardy, if you know what I mean.
Oh, that's a good analogy.
I see, yeah.
Here's a word they've added, and it's a word that exists, but it's got a new meaning. The word is bedwetting. Nothing funny about it. I know, Pat, both you and Josh suffered from this as kids.
Sure. Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
My brothers thought so.
It was terrible.
It only made
It's the new definition, often disparaging exhibition of emotional overreaction. For example, they give this example. No doubt the executive order will be received by environmentalists with the usual bedwetting.
That I promise you, this does not stick around.
You think it's a little short term?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. I have someone who's dealing with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Talking about it, mentioning it, making light of it only exacerbates the issue. So
okay, how about
there
this
will be
one?
parental groups.
Oh, yeah.
And these are words that are apparently floating around out there in their usage. Grundle. Anybody?
Grundle.
Yeah, it's like underneath you.
Yes. Very good.
Taint area, for lack of a better term.
Wow, that's good, Willie. Yeah, it says vulgar, the region between the anus and the genitalia, the perineum.
I wonder how grundle came about.
Now, when I was a kid, we called underpants gruns.
Really?
Oh,
man,
I've heard that
we
before.
talked. And I don't know if
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a Latin root to this or what. But grundle.
It was nacho as a slang, right?
Yeah, nacho ass, nacho ball.
Yeah.
Tom, your thoughts.
I thought it was called the taint.
Yeah, taint your ass, taint your ball. Yeah.
But it's also called the nacho?
Yeah.
Is that for anyone or you?
Yeah, you can say nacho ass, nacho gynae.
Everybody's got the spot.
Okay, just asking. Okay, but grundle. So you've heard that being used on the streets? Will?
Yeah, I got to wash out my grundle. Got to get under there. Got to get in there.
Ace, you ever heard that?
I've not.
Okay.
Tom, you like a little taint play? For you, done on you.
Yeah, working.
I mean,
it's
crack a world of pleasure.
I like to get out the paint box and have them do the color by numbers on the tattoo I have on my taint. Yes, of Rutherford B. Hayes.
Isn't that something?
Yes, while in office, by the way.
Oh, sure, behind the.
Yeah, you can tell it's the most famous portrait. Sorry. So these are some new. I love these new words. We'll get to a few more of them coming up. A bunch of here's an easy one. Microdosing.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. They're doing it with LSD or whatever. Often for
fascinating.
I just call microdosing when I watch episodes of Dirty Jobs with Mike Rowe on my phone.
Microdosing. That's what that I
I just get a very brief, small dose.
I like that. It's less obscure than the one I did earlier.
And you are certainly your father's son.
Hello there.
Microdosing. They're talking about it most recently for the use of
psilocybin and
but tiny little doses for helping depression. Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, so that's out there. Anyway, more of these cool words coming up. A couple great dog words that I really like. Right now, I want to remind you that Mr. McGee, after his doctor's appointment yesterday, went home, shut the door, and felt safe at home because of our friends at Simply Safe.
That's right. There are many reasons why Simply Safe is trusted by experts and customers alike. We're not the only ones. U.S. News recently named Simply Safe the best home security system of 2023, and CNET awarded Simply Safe Editor's Choice Pick. Simply Safe designed with cutting-edge security technology powered by 24/7 professional monitoring. Simply Safe professional monitoring agents in an emergency use Fast Protect technology to capture critical evidence and verify the threat is real, so you get priority police dispatch. 24/7 professional monitoring. That costs under $1 a day, less than half the price of traditional home security systems. You can lock and unlock your doors, access your cameras, arm and disarm your system from anywhere, right there from your smartphone. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes. Go to simplysafetom.com today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Yeah, read the reviews. They're incredible. Tens of thousands of positive reviews for Simply Safe. And Chick McGee has the ultimate Simply Safe, let's face it. 11 cameras. It's like switching the Super Bowl when he's on his phone. Look over here.
That's right.
Now, check it out. Coming up, we have a bunch of great stories, including a really weird one. What time is it on the moon is not just a dumb question. And the international authorities are worried about it, and I'll tell you why coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Thanks so much for joining us this morning. On the way, Jessica Alsman from the Bits and Pieces podcast. We call her Scorched Earth. Also, comedian, relationship expert Alli Breen will be along. AlliBreen.com and across all social media, ALLIBREEN. Alli Breen going to be on the way with Sexy Time on a Wednesday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. George Michael leading the fan vote so far for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Cyndi Lauper is in second, Warren Zevon third, Iron Maiden fourth, Soundgarden fifth. Nearly 2.5 million votes have already been cast. If you would still like to make your voice count, the fan vote is open at vote.rockhall.com through April 28th. The Mandalorian creator and producer Jon Favreau has the early prototypes of Baby Yoda at his house. While he could get his hands on all the Baby Yoda toys through his connections at Lucasfilm, He says it's easier just to order them off Amazon. He says collectibles come out that even he doesn't know about. As for the Baby Yoda used on the set, well, it's a puppet that takes 5 people to operate. Season 3 of The Mandalorian debuts today on Disney+. And you jazz dance fans, director Wayne Cilento is attempting to do a Broadway revival of Bob Fosse's revue Dancin', based on muscle memory. That's because there's no film of the original show, which, by the way, ran from 78 to 82, no script, and no other recordings. The one thing Cilento has going for him is that he was one of the 16 original dancers and still remembers a lot. He's not only trying to revive Fosse's vision, but update the show for modern audiences. Dancin' debuts tomorrow in New York City. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Right now, we've got Bert Chalice as our guest. Did you drive here from?
Yeah, I drove over and no longer driving my Yugo. You know, I had
Got rid of it?
Yeah, I got a Yugo for a while because I bought a Yugo because I had the coupon.
Sure.
And it's not much of a car. You turn up the radio, the car stalls. No rear view mirror because nothing will be behind you. Believe me. You can actually tick off the Amish people. They go by and bullwhip you.
Sorry, they don't have horns.
I got places to go. I don't know if you know this or not. If you ever get behind the Amish, those horse-drawn carriages, they usually have that orange triangle sign on the back. I found out if you fire a softball and hit that sign, you dunk the driver. You just lose him. It's a great little highway thing to do.
That's a nice little trick.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Comedian John Campanera. Bob grew up in Los Angeles.
Vin Scully was my man.
Is that something that you did?
Vin Scully is funny because he's one of these announcers that loves to read lips. Wait a minute, here comes Tracy out of the dugout. He's in the umpire's face. It appears he wants to take the ump to Fuddruckers after the game. What makes me laugh is Skip Carey, Harry's son. He does the Atlanta Brave games.
Sure.
I listen to this guy when I can't sleep. Chipper Jones takes one on the outside. 3-1 on Chipper Jones. Don't forget all week long, we got the best of the Duke right here on TBS. John Wayne right here on TBS. There's a long fly ball. Looks like that's out of here.
I love that.
And Harry's going, I can't believe that's my son. Harry would get excited over the dumbest stuff. Hey, check out the kid in the sombrero.
Andy Hendrickson is the other voice you're hearing in the studio. Andy is a stand-up comedian. You're a young guy.
Yeah.
He's a handsome guy. Are you married?
No, I'm single.
Girlfriend or anything?
No, none of that. It's, it's
you
tough on the
comedians
road.
really know how to get the action.
Troubadours, Tom. They move from town to town. New woman in every port.
Yeah, all my friends are married. I got more weddings on the docket this year. I got a wedding on Memorial Day, another one on Labor Day. You guys have the friends like that? You're like, oh, great, your love's so special. You get to wreck my 3-day weekend.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Maybe I'll have my funeral on the Super Bowl. How about that?
How about that? I'll show you.
Bring a snack.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Don't.
The Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 20.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold.
Hi, Chick.
Hey, there's Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold over there.
Hello.
I'm Chick McGee, and yes, Ace Cosby had a pizza this morning for breakfast, starting Rabbit, March 1st. Here's Tom.
All right, enjoy the month, Ace. It's
And
gonna
Ace has decided he's going to eat nothing but pizza for the entire month of March. And we had a nice song from, was it Luigi Cacciatore? Who was that?
Accusatory, yeah.
Luigi Accusatore, I'm sorry. I was talking to his girlfriend. What is it, Regina Statutory?
Her name's Gina Statutory.
Gina Statutory, yeah, in the hallway there.
I bet you were.
Cleaning up. I've got to do some work in the green room. There was a problem there.
What happened?
I may be to blame. I'm not sure.
No.
Spillage?
All I could see, it was really something.
Thank goodness I left before this happened.
I give the devil his due. Tom there, something happened. All I heard was him shout, this isn't water, this is tea. And then grab some paper towels and run over, and quite a mess. I don't know what happened.
One of those machines you put the little cup in. And,
Keurig machine.
Yeah, one of those. Apparently somebody put tea in there and then forgot to put a cup underneath it. I think it might have been me because it was my tea. So.
Yeah, you're the only one.
Yeah. That's what. So you went to make some, but you forgot to put the cup underneath.
Apparently, a couple hours ago.
Really?
Well, I just walked in there and I just noticed that there's fluid all over the.
Can we talk about the nut butter situation going on at my dad's little area?
I don't know what's going on.
That's not my stuff. I don't know who brought that up.
That's not you?
No. A kind listener sent it to us and
Sample?
sent us some different flavored nut butters.
So it's like instead of just peanut butter, it's exotic.
Oh, yeah, and all delicious, yeah.
Oh, okay, very cool. I just thought it was one of his weird things.
That's what I
Nope.
thought, too.
Isn't that so funny how I was so ready to pounce on him for being weird, but it's...
It's a nice listener.
You know, there's signs in stores that say you can make your own nut butter right there by.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you done it? Or I've never even seen anybody do it.
No, I just like the sign. I giggle at the sign.
Have you ever ground your own coffee in one of those coffee
I always
things?
Love the smell.
I do too, but I don't know how it works, so I'm intimidated to even try it.
Anyways, I'll have to go clean up floor.
I actually asked Mike Mark if he wouldn't mind attending to that while we were on the air.
Well, that was nice.
So that
and I don't know what Mark's asked today, but he's wearing a leather jacket, and he thinks like he's some tough guy, I think, is what
No, it's because you were dissing horn players, and his son is a very fine college trumpet player.
Nationally college.
I was saying, coming up Cincinnati Hard Rock, opening day of the baseball season, we will be, for the Reds, we will be there with a full band, horn section, and some guests. It's going to be a great show.
Can we have first pitch this year, 12:05? Is that possible? I don't think so.
Wouldn't that be fun for us to do the show and then walk over to the stadium?
Yeah,
Wander over to watch the baseball game instead of hanging out till 4 in the afternoon.
We'll be okay. Calm down.
I'll never be okay.
What else? There's a couple things we have to get to.
Here's college baseball. Tom, you ready?
Yep.
This happened, let's see, I think it was Sunday. There's having a day and then there's having a day. This is Liam McFadden Ackman. That's his name. He plays for Northern Kentucky University. Sunday afternoon, he accomplished a feat that only Fernando Tatis, senior, not junior, says he did in Major League Baseball, let alone college baseball. The NKU, Northern Kentucky Norse, facing off against Western Michigan Broncos. Things got ugly real early for the Broncs. They scored once in the first, then Western Michigan took over. They scored 14 in that first inning, and McFadden Ackman is the key to the reason that occurred. Hang on. That's right. He hit 2 grand slams in the same inning.
Wow.
With the bases loaded, McFadden Ackman, the Norse's 4-hole hitter. That's the way they talk in baseball, Willie.
4-hole.
He's in the 4-hole. They got one at bat, one on deck.
He's the cleanup guy. He bats for it.
He roped the ball to left field. It was a no-doubter, a home run. There was his first grand slam. And then the Norse weren't done. Of course, they capitalized on every opportunity, putting up 5 more runs until the lineup came back around again to McFadden Ackman. Bases loaded again. He connected well on another ball, and it went over for a grand slam.
But would he have done it with a wood bat? That's what some people are going to.
Oh, come on. And I'm sorry, he plays for Northern Kentucky?
Yeah.
Yeah, he 5 for 6, 4 runs scored, 10 RBIs.
That's awesome.
A single that drove in 2 runs in the 6th inning. And yes, Western Michigan lose to the Northern Kentucky, 27-4.
Amazing.
For the final game. Tatis remains the only big leaguer hit two Grand Slams in one inning dating back to April 23rd, 1999. He faced the Dodgers on the road when Fernando Tatis Jr. was probably swimming around in his scrotum.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
When I get out of here, I'm going to play too.
That's right. I'm going to do it like that.
Just like my dad.
Our family, dear Bob and Tom, our family recently drove from Michigan to Sarasota to visit my mother-in-law.
That's nice.
On the drive south, we made a stop.
Mother-in-law. Remember that? That was a song that got played on the radio. People complaining about their mother-in-law.
It sounds like a fake song from Family Guy.
No, it's like an oldie. It's just a mother-in-law.
So on their trip, they stopped by Silver Spring State Park near Ocala to take the glass bottom boat tour of the springs. During the tour, our guide mentioned that several movies had filmed at these springs.
And that would include Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Including, yes, Tom, you knew, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Exactly right. And this gentleman, David, says, a voice inside my head said, thank God I'm wearing socks. Damn you, Tom Griswold.
That's right. Once again, sad news, Creature from the Black Lagoon fans. The guy that played in the 1954 horror classic, who played the creature, Rico Browning.
Did you know his name before he passed away?
I'd read about him. Interesting guy.
He was interesting.
He does the underwater sequences, which are, to this day, terrific. I mean, you watch that great movie, and
you don't see an air tank, do you?
It's scary.
No.
But he went on to produce...
Almost died. 6 times, probably.
But he was involved in the James Bond underwater segments in, was it Thunderball?
Yes.
He's got a really interesting career. His son does it now. Is involved in the same business.
Rico.
Pretty cool.
Drowning.
Lived to be 93 years old. But I highly recommend Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's a very good movie. He plays the Gill Man.
Mm-hmm.
Terrified me as a kid. Whenever I would water ski, I would wear socks in case the Gill Man came up from the deep to try to get me.
He was just looking for love, Tom.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
What if he grabbed above your ankle?
Well, I was little. I didn't think that.
I also think you underestimate how difficult it is to pull off a wet sock. They stick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that's why I had him on.
But that means he had a better grip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He'd still pull you under.
That's all it did.
Never thought about that. Again, I was an idiot.
Oh, it was flawed.
I was a young idiot as opposed to the old idiot that I am now.
You were terrifying. You were terrified. Sometimes we do stupid things when we're scared.
All right. Now, we have a couple more sporting stories coming up.
The NFL is set to talk about. Let's talk about it. Rule changes ahead of the 23 season. Back on the table is the popular alternative to the onside kick, where a team would just go ahead and try a 4th and 15 to retain possession of the ball.
I don't get that.
Well, let's say your team's behind by 2.
My team's behind by 2.
And you can have an onside kick, or you can try 4th and 15.
So you've got...
Here's a play, and you got to get to the, it's at the 25, and you got to get to the 41 for a first down.
Why not just have the wives come out and play it, or a couple downs?
Now, wait a minute.
Here's the official explanation. Teams would line up from their own 25 and retain possession if they were able to convert for a first down. If they can't convert, the opposing team would take over from the spot of the dead ball. Teams would be allowed to use the option twice in a game, and the traditional onside kick would remain an option.
I'm so confused.
You know what they're doing in the XFL, which is a good idea for kickoffs for the NFL, is you line up, you're the receiving team waiting for the kick. Well, the kicking team lines up 10 yards across from you, and they can't leave until the guy catches the ball.
Oh, they're trying to prevent high-speed collisions.
They're trying to prevent high-speed.
Okay.
I think that's a pretty good idea, actually. Yeah. And I like the three-point conversion from 25 yards out or whatever it is.
And then do you like the idea of not having to of giving the team that just scored, they get to keep the ball and try a 15-yarder?
You taught me how to do this, and the percentage of onside kicks that succeed are like, 6% or something? It's crazy low.
But that should be low. It's a difficult issue, difficult maneuver. I don't know. I'm not in favor of it.
Also, they're doing that.
Josh, I'm sorry, it's not hockey.
Oh, I thought he wanted to kill her. And
What
send her
year was
to
that?
hell.
Yeah, she's sent from down.
61, I think.
Ernie Cado, mother-in-law. Boy, that guy had some splaining to do. I don't mean your mother. I'm just talking in general principles.
No, God, no.
Wow. That is rough.
Good stuff.
Ernie K. Doe, D-O-E.
No kidding.
K-Doe.
Does everybody have trouble with their mother-in-law?
Singing the hell.
That's the old trope.
Yeah.
But no, there's some wonderful mothers-in-law out there.
Yeah,
Not me.
okay.
Show me a wonderful mother-in-law. Show me.
All right.
Oh, but even if they are great, you know that that's the first voice. When she has to complain, she's going to call her mom. So you know that she might be working against you. No matter how lovely she is, there's always a little contempt.
Will, you going through something?
I don't want to talk about it on air, big guy, all right?
Didn't he bring it up?
How about we keep this one off the mics? How about that, okay?
What is the old saying? A girl is all her life, a girl is a daughter, but a man is a husband or something like that.
You nailed it.
Isn't that right?
Right. I do know this. When you're arguing with a woman, they love when you say you're acting just like your mother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That always, she goes, you're right. You know what? You're correct. Let's just stop this.
And then shout out the phrase, calm down. It's very effective.
A lot of times, calm down or you're acting like your mother ends in intercourse.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They love it.
What is it, 82% of the time?
It's hot talk is what that's
Even when you say calm down to me, I get that, ooh.
Hey, calm down.
You just want to lose your mind.
I know, because he has that way of saying it.
I hate it. He's the worst at saying it.
Yeah.
For how many kids and how many exes you have, I figured you'd be better at saying calm down.
And he says it so snobbily.
Right.
Calm down.
I think that's why I like it. I think it makes me laugh.
Really?
Not me.
Oh,
I'm the one that said it never works. I just forget that it's not going to work when I say it.
Right. We don't learn.
In the history of saying calm down, it's never worked. It's never worked ever for anybody.
And yet
no one ever goes, oh, wait a minute, I'm overreacting.
You're
I need to calm down. I just said it the other day.
Uh-huh.
Have you tried variations like, hey, take it easy? It still doesn't work.
You know something? Now that I think about it, nothing ever works.
Try this next time. Hush.
Yeah.
Try that one.
Yeah.
Or what the old Steve Martin joke is, I say what women love to hear. Things like, are you through yet?
How was the birthday celebration?
Good.
Over well? Okay.
Went just fine.
Oh, good. Lovely.
Went just fine. Now, I have another real quick thing I wanted to do here while we have time. As you know, Ace Cosby is eating nothing but pizza in the month of March. Started this morning. What was that pizza, Ace? What was it again?
Sausage and gravy.
A sausage and gravy breakfast pizza is what we started it off with.
Yummy.
And he'll be eating pizza for lunch and for dinner.
That's on the training table of all the NFL teams. You know it is.
Are you keeping a calorie count, too?
But I thought we would
Having
feature
lean
something. Once again, this is the real Ozzy Osbourne's voice you will hear. I think I set it up. This goes back a ways. We'd interviewed Ozzy on the air, and you guys were not helping. He was having some trouble, and I was desperately listening as extra hard.
You were listening?
Yeah, I know.
I know, right?
I was just trying to help.
We told you. We tried to tell you.
Okay, but well, here's what happened. What if Ozzy was ordering a pizza? So at first we were going to have Dean, our producer, do his famous Ozzy voice. Mm-hmm. But then clear heads prevailed, and we decided to actually have Ozzy by taking actual parts of the interview,
right,
and then intercutting them with Mike Mark from our staff, pretending to be the pizza delivery. So this is actually Ozzy's voice. Is that clear enough? Did I make? Okay,
I believe so.
Okay, here we go.
Go ahead.
Paparazzi Pizza. Can I take your order?
Yeah, I'm just I'm in the color.
Okay.
They're allowing to go on, and we just got to the Mad Monk.
Meat lover.
Right.
Yeah, gonna be about 45 minutes.
That's actual, genuine audio. Thank you, Ozzy. Meat lovers. Pizza for Ace all month long. Have we polished off everything in the NFL rules thing?
Stupid world. Here's where we are.
No.
An Idaho man whose facial hair earned him 12 Guinness World Records added a 13th title to his name. He fit 2,470 Q-tips in his beard.
Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
It's really cool. You got to check out
It's
the photo.
really cool. You got to check it out.
Looks like a beard with a bunch of white dots in it.
It just looks like this crazy fro beard.
Huh.
It's like way out.
Joel Strasser said it took about 2 hours to insert the cotton swabs into his beard in a way that they would remain in place during his visit to Las Vegas.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Boy,
Vegas is
that pops up.
the Q-tip beard capital
And
of the
he
world.
believes he could have set the record even higher if he had purchased more Q-tips for his attempt.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
Look at it. Okay, look at that.
It's wild. Yeah.
That's a
It
wild
looks like a
thing.
fake Santa beard, kind
Yeah.
of, but uneven. I figured out my beard can be a pen holder. Check this out. I was doing this yesterday when I was writing.
Oh,
on the
look
couch.
at you.
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
that.
I was like, oh, when I can just put
Well, and
this
there's a tradition in African American culture of keeping the so-called Afro pick in one's head.
Right.
I think
Ladies and gentlemen.
Why are you looking at me?
You know what, Tom?
The drummer.
Let's do this. Let's make today be the last day you're the authority on African American culture. Okay?
No, I'm just
Let's
saying.
just make this the last day.
Questlove.
Look at this.
He's got the pick in his head.
No, nowhere.
Chick, it says, here's something I was not aware of.
I'm not participating.
This guy is from Idaho.
Uh-huh.
You see the name of the town he's from?
Where's he from? I
didn't.
What is it?
Joel Strasser of Kuna. Kuna, of course, the Twin Cities, Kuna and Lingus.
Oh, yeah.
So glad you went that way.
So then it might be Kana.
Good. I don't know. I'd never heard of.
Kana, Lingus.
You come and go.
You come and I'll go.
Now, Christy, by the way, this kind of leads to the. Christy said she saw a disturbing bumper sticker on the back of a truck.
I did.
I think I can kind of describe
Yeah, I
it.
didn't want to try because I'd get in trouble.
You thought it was a little too adult. For
Yes, it is very adult.
It has the sort of those universal figures that are kind of used on men's rooms and ladies' rooms.
Sure.
The one that has
Stick
the
figures.
the skirt. They're kind of puffy stick figures. It has them horizontal with.
You can't see the man's face.
Yeah, there you go. That's that.
Yeah.
Being thorough.
Yeah, it's
And it says, I love sushi.
yeah, okay. Like not especially subtle. Thank
That
you.
took a turn.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Coming up, we have news with Christy Lee. What's the teaser?
Well, we talked about some of the words in dictionary.com that they've added. We'll highlight some of those. And also, if you're a former West Virginia resident, you might want to listen up.
Yeah,
We
this
want
is
you back.
really interesting. And we'll have a little West Virginia music from Pat?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
But I was just talking about things that are disappearing, like the sound of a typewriter is going away. I get it. I mean, I understand all this stuff, but like that little ding when you pull in the gas station, if you're under a certain age, you have no idea what we're talking about.
Right.
How true.
Just things.
Remember when
that-
they used to give you all kinds of things when you got gasoline, like glasses?
That's what Bill was talking about, yeah.
Incredible stuff.
Even albums and stuff like that. I mean, I guess if you went to school at a certain age, you wouldn't remember what albums were or certain things. I mean, I saw a list of those things the other day with people that have.
They're disappearing.
Yeah,
Customer service.
Yeah,
Totally gone. You know, I love customer service now is everybody can understand, but nobody can help you.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I understand, sir. Yes, I know. There's nothing we can do. That's just how. I was on a plane and they had the intercom turned all the way up to like 10, and it's right above me, like blowing out my eardrum.
Yeah.
So I asked the stewardess, I go, is there any way you can turn it down? She's like, no, I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do. It's like, really? They installed an intercom at 10 without a volume?
There's no volume.
They're going to
control
listen
on
to it, and they're going to deal with it. That's how we're doing it on this airline.
Yeah.
right.
And I hate flying. I hate flying like Nigerians hate spam filters. You know what I'm saying?
There's a...
this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, if today's payday, don't forget you can go to bobandtomstore.com and spend all of that great money in your pocket on Bob and Tom Show merchandise, hoodies, hooded zips, collared work shirts, and of course, the Bob and Tom Show hat. Adjustable, fits any size head. Our clothing size is small up to 5XL. If we don't have your size, just check back. Always restocking at bobandtomstore.com. Look in the upper left-hand corner for the new tab to see the latest for 2023. The Bob and Tom Show has merchandise, and where do you get it? bobandtomstore.com. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. A passenger train carrying hundreds of people, including many university students returning home from holiday in Greece, has collided at high speed with an oncoming freight train. The fiery wreck in northern Greece killed at least 36 people, injured some 85 others. Officials said Wednesday multiple train cars derailed. At least 3 caught fire after the crash. Survivors say several passengers thrown through windows of the train cars due to the impact. Others fought to free themselves after the passenger train buckled, slamming into a field near a gorge. The U.S. Postal Service is buying 9,250 Ford Motor Company electric vans and 14,000 charging stations. The service also buying another 9,250 internal combustion vans from Fiat Chrysler in North America, now part of Amsterdam-based Stellantis. The Fiat Chrysler and Ford vehicles together will cost just over $1 billion. Charging stations will be installed at several Postal Service facilities, including sorting and delivery centers, starting in the third quarter of this year. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
They did a lot of first drafts and stuff to get the tone right. This is the actual first draft of Ebony and Ivory.
We're all very nervous.
Ebony and Ivory don't work together sometimes in harmony. Side by side on my piano keyboard, sometimes it goes like this.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know us. We're Amish Bell. No poles, no wires, no phones, no nonsense, no shiny objects. Amish Bell. And now, new from Amish Bell, the Amish answering machine.
Hello, Graber. Are you there?
Hello, this is Graber. I cannot come to the door right now. I'm picking out my wardrobe for tomorrow. Please leave a message when I yell the word beep. Beep!
Graber, this is Carl. Listen, I have front row seats to a barn raising. Please get back to me. Goodbye.
The Amish Bell answering machine. Batteries, tape, electricity not included.
Graber, listen, I know you're in there. Pick up.
I said beep!
All right. Get back to me. Goodbye.
Amish Bell, leading you into the 19th century.
I said beep. Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yes, I have been doing lots of research, and now if you tell me who your favorite band is or what your favorite movie is or even what your favorite book is, I can tell you what you are saying about yourself.
Okay, Christy, can we start with you? Do you mind? Christy,
My favorite movie.
Is it Roadhouse?
Movie. Not Roadhouse. That's the movie that you can't turn away from.
Favorite movie?
Yeah.
My favorite movie.
Yes.
Breakfast at Tiffany with Audrey Hepburn.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, boy, that's going to be a really mean one for me to start out on. I can tell you what you're saying about yourself is I'm not nearly as cute as I think I am. That's what that says about you. It's awful.
Okay.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
not.
I hate to start off on such a mean note.
I got you. How about your favorite band, Christy?
Say Michael Bubble or
Can I
whatever.
say Maroon 5?
Sure,
Maroon
go ahead.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. If your favorite band is Maroon 5, what you're saying about yourself is, man, 10% off every purchase? This Gap credit card was the best decision ever.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and
Foxworthy.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee all lotioned up at the news desk.
Yeah.
We're all set. Smells great in here, I'll tell you.
Sorry, my legs were itching. They're dry.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello, chick.
All lotioned up in the performance room. There he is.
Not his legs.
Oh, my legs are.
We have another story of living with Tom here in just a moment. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom. And Josh, if you would, tell everybody what just happened in the break room between Josh and Pat Godwin.
Earlier this morning, there was an incident. Tom had some trouble with the Keurig, and he thought, oh, you know what? I must have put the pod in there and had it going, and I didn't put a cup underneath, and it spilled everywhere.
This was several hours ago when I got here.
Yes, Tom's contention
I went to make a cup of tea, and obviously I forgot to put the cup underneath the Keurig, and
But now you're claiming.
Yeah, here's what he's
actually. What I think actually happened is I put the cup under and it fell over. So the tea, because you all know how when you make coffee with a Keurig, those cups are wobbly as hell. It's been the biggest design flaw.
However, in the recreation of this incident, what happened?
He spilled the rest of the water that was in the...
That's right.
No, I grabbed a cup and I said what probably happened was the cup got knocked over, not realizing that cup was half full of water, and then spilled it all over the case.
Realizing none of us knew what you were saying, we needed some sort of demonstration to show us.
And he spilled
It was early. I was tired. It was 3:45 in the morning.
Did I hear you try to blame Pat for the whole thing as I was leaving?
He said, Pat, did you move my cup?
I didn't even see any cup.
I said, yeah, there were no cups. That was the last one. Did you come in and take it?
You came in and took my cup.
Before the tea thing started sputing. Is that a word, sputing?
No,
I got a couple things I got to get to.
So if anyone hears about someone walking into an open manhole cover.
Yeah.
It's
how are you not doing that?
Yeah. Doop, doop, doop. Well, who put that there?
Let's see. Now, we got a bunch of really good letters here. This one comes to us from Dawson. What a beautiful name.
Oh, there by the creek.
The name
we got a beautiful creek there.
Been listening to your show for 13 years. This past weekend, my son and I were cleaning out the garage. I decided to put on a rerun of a classic episode of the Bob and Tom Show.
Why would you, God, why would you do that?
This episode happened to feature the great song, The Booty Song from Tim Wilson. As I was playing, I looked over at my son, who was 6. He was laughing hysterically, thought it was the funniest thing on earth. For the rest of the day, he walked around singing, Da Booty. I'll give you a little taste of this. This song, and Pat will back me up on this, was kind of a regional hit in the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
It's popular on the ships and in various islands. And this was from an album in which Tim was trying to create the famous Philadelphia horn sound, which he did a great job with. And this is one of his silly songs, but it's there's no bridge.
Right.
There's no chorus. It is what it is.
Some
it's
of them
great.
I saw the booty kills me.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's catchy.
I love it.
So the story continues from Dawson. The following Monday, about 4 hours after I dropped my 6-year-old son off at school, I got a call from the principal's office.
I don't like that. She
informed me that my son had been walking around all morning going up to other kids and singing, I like the booty, give me the booty. Eventually, the entire first grade class was singing along.
Yes.
We had a conversation about saying inappropriate things at school. My son is serving a 1-day detention and having to be held out of recess. Well, that seems a little bit.
That's a tad
That's a little red.
Yeah.
That is very harsh.
He's carving the hours he's been there into the side of the desk.
Thank you for helping my son corrupt the first grade class at Lister Elementary. Well, thanks, Dawson. What a nice letter. We certainly appreciate your taking the time to write. How would you do that, Josh? Where do you find us?
Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com or via the Bob and Tom app. Download it. It's free.
If you don't have the app, you are a lesser person.
Being interrupted.
Well, it's because you never get to the point.
Which is...
Calm down.
He really insufferable. He really believes that.
Now, we had a chick. You missed a little something, but I need you to set this up for me. We had a story out of the NFL in which a player had been dismissed from the Tennessee Titans. And
Taylor Lewan.
Very fine player. And
they released him, and
he posted on Instagram the fact that they had merely dropped off a bag.
Why do you ask him to set up and then just keep talking?
Because he's a prick.
That's what I've got spilled tea all over my pants.
It's your fault. It's your fault that you have the spilled tea on your pants.
Anyway, the story is that the Titans dropped off onto Luan's front porch, which Tom said is a very nice house, evidently a bunch of garbage bags. Some were clear garbage bags of all the stuff that he had in his locker with the Titans, and now he's I would think, looking for another team to play for.
I think he's kind of pissed about it. So this is a very astute listener. Asking for a friend writes, curious, which is worse? Having your football gear returned in a trash bag or coming home to an empty apartment with everything gone except for the wedding dress in the closet? I'm asking for a friend. Mr. Godwin, do you care to clarify this for Mr. McGee?
Yeah, that happened to me a few years back. I came home from the cruises on the cruise ship there, and the place was kind of wiped out, and she left the wedding dress in the closet.
How about that for...
I think she was trying to send a message.
In her defense, she probably has a point, you know?
Yeah.
You don't hear her side, you just hear mine.
I just work with you, and I want a divorce.
Exactly.
So,
right.
yeah.
A similar thing happened to me when, I was living with a woman for a while, and she, it didn't work, and she left, and I came home, and I found, I opened up a drawer that was now empty, and there was just these 2 rings in the drawer. And I went, what the hell kind of game, stupid message is this?
Oh. Did you buy the ring?
I very angrily, hey, what's this? And I was like crying. And
right.
It's like, you hurt my feelings. What are you trying to do? And she was like, oh, no, I just forgot those.
Oh.
I went, I'm sorry. She was like, yeah, I was wondering what those were.
You were crying? You called her crying?
Oh, who hasn't called somebody crying?
I think we've got the makings of a Hallmark movie in several ways recently here on this show.
Well, we made a great point, I'll tell you that.
That'd be a great scene in a Hallmark movie. So then the next scene, I assume.
Crying.
But who's going to be are you going to be the spurned man that goes on and finds the lady in the Hallmark movie, or does she find someone
Maybe
new?
They get back together.
Yeah,
maybe he sends the wedding dress back and said, please, let's do this again. I don't want to get divorced or something.
Oh, no, I don't. I think that's the movie. I want to follow that lady. I do not want to follow that sucker in his sad apartment.
Oh.
No way. That is a sad, sad movie.
We could make it kind of a weird contemporary gender bending thing where you get back to her, but you wear the dress at the wedding.
Oh, I see. I transitioned into a cross-dresser.
Sure, why not? Very a la mode, if you will.
Why don't let's take this time now to explore the differences between a cross-dresser, a transvestite, a transsexual. Can we spend about 25 minutes on... Oh, you don't want to do that?
No, let's
all right.
Let's not do that.
Well, how about a transition into the news?
You're an idiot.
Well, how about
I'm a troublemaker.
How about telling everyone what's coming up in the news?
An idiot doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Sorry, you're an intelligent dumbass is what I meant to say. Excuse me.
Christy, what have you got coming up?
Well, coming up, we're going to talk about the time on the moon. Have you ever wondered what time it is?
It's Central Time.
Party time.
Everybody knows
that.
Find
out.
I like Willie's idea. Party time on the moon. That sounds like a great album. Party time on the moon.
It does.
First guy to do a keg stand on the moon. Oh, they got to do cool bro stuff up there. Beer pong on the moon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, enough of this just hitting a golf ball.
Yeah, how
A lot of
elitist.
archaeology.
How elitist.
Yes.
Yeah. We need someone to shoot some hoops on the moon.
Has anybody taken a selfie on the moon yet?
I think we're all the pictures, kind of selfies? Okay,
Well,
maybe
it was
not.
on a stand. I would
Did
guess.
you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Unless
well,
they took a cameraman with them.
well, we're going to find out what time it is in the moon.
Yes.
And
A lot of archaeology in the news today, too.
cool. All right, this
I'll
is the
learn
Bob and
stuff.
Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that gives you the...
Oh, yeah. So you can't see the outline.
Yeah, with
you
jeans,
got
it definitely gives you the J-Lo butt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if that's what you want.
Yeah, baby's got back. And now Chick McGee has tried on a pair of these, and Chick is known for having no buttocks.
How much do you want on video? What do you mean? We want it all, baby. Money shot. Like that? Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I like. Let's get Christy in there. Oh yeah. There's almost no difference. I mean, right here. This is more what they're looking for. Oh my God.
Shot on our front porch, but you don't have to know. Come in, Chick.
on
Okay,
in,
Chick has
and-
the...
yeah.
Okay, Chick has them on. And, oh, dear God. He's got a shelf ass.
Now, wait a minute. What did you...
I have a shelf ass.
You have a shelf
do?
ass.
I have a nice ass.
How
What
many
did you do?
You look like you... Turn around. Let me see you from the
I
side.
can't recommend these booty pops enough.
Let me see the profile. Oh, my God. You got a basketball in your ass. No, that is not just the booty pop.
What did you do? What did you put back there?
I got attitude back here, Bob's what I got.
You got
attitude.
You got a shelf ass is what you've got.
What did you put in there besides the booty pops?
It's a little fluffy pillow.
Oh.
Well, if that's the look you're going for, yeah. You know what? All the girls will talk about you at the club. Oh yeah.
Oh, it makes me want to. It makes me want to do a joke that only 4 of us would get, but we'd never forget the moment. But I can't do it.
All right.
No, that is
well, that's,
you got a big shelf
really
ass
a good
now.
That is a good.
It makes you taller.
Look at that! It improves your posture. Oh, that's
I'm not all
great.
hunched over.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, it feels like I have a really awful hemorrhoid.
Well, it looks like a big awful hemorrhoid. Okay.
Oh, I got to get this off. It's really, really hot.
I'll bet. Well, you probably weren't supposed to put the extra padding in
Ass
there.
is sweating. Got this lycra. And
Christy, is your ass really hot right now?
No.
Because Christy's also wearing the booty pop panties.
Is it breathing? Are you?
But Christy didn't put a pillow inside of hers.
I'm just.
Yeah, that's
They look pretty
probably
good.
what it
I got to
is.
tell you, Christy.
Do they?
Yeah, they look very nice.
If you're into that
It's a
sort of
little
thing,
warm. You don't like a big butt?
not that shape. No.
Oh.
Well, it's not. It doesn't make. It doesn't make your ass look huge. It just gives you more lift in the back there.
Yeah, it looks a little.
It's not making your
It
hips
looks like the butt
wider.
is too high.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me see one more time.
You want to feel it too?
Just turn to the side.
Oh, feel it. Oh,
Go over and feel.
Yeah,
Oh, wow. There you go. Come on.
Yeah, squeeze it.
Come on, Tom. Go over there.
Tom.
Squeeze.
Go, baby. Go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rolla had started designing 5 months earlier. Putting olive oil in coffee is hardly a tradition in Italy, but that didn't stop Starbucks interim CEO Howard Schultz from launching a series of beverages doing just that in Milan. Starbucks says Schultz came up with the notion of adding olive oil after visiting a producer in Sicily last summer. The Oleato 5-drink assortment launched last week at the company's Milan roastery. The beverages have provoked both amusement and curiosity amongst Italians. And that's your news I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
The bass player's wife was in the kitchen doing dishes, and she's listening to her son play with his trains out in the living room. And she hears him out there playing, and she hears him say, all right, all you a-holes, get off the train. And the rest of you a-holes, get on the train and put your luggage under the seat. Well, she runs out there, and she says, we don't talk like that in this house. Go to your room. So she leaves him in his room for 2 hours.
Oh.
That's a long time.
Yeah. It is.
So she brings him out, and he says, can I play with my trains again? And she says, well, okay, have you learned your lesson? He says, yeah, I think so. So she goes back to the kitchen, and he's playing with his trains. And then she hears him say, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for riding with us today. Hope you had a pleasant trip. And the rest of you boarding the train, hope you have a nice stay with us today. And those of you pissed off about the 2-hour delay, talk to the bitch in the kitchen.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Right now, Killer Bees joins us in the studio.
Bees, how you doing?
Real good, man. Waking up
see
a
ya.
shopping list over here. My wife's eating in bed now. She's at that part of the pregnancy where they crave all this food. Some people have mirrors over the bed. We got a sneeze guard. Sleeping on those Posturepedic Sealamil, man. You ain't lived till you're making love, and your wife says, go slow, I'm spilling my chili.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, Chick.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold's here.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold fiddling with something over there.
Yeah, I was just trying to find something out. We were talking about, we had a nice letter from Dawson.
Over down at the creek?
Yeah, at Lister Elementary School, where her son was given a...
I think Dawson's a man's name, isn't it?
Well, who knows? In any event, yeah, probably in this case. The poor kid was given a suspension from recess for singing the song, the Booty Song.
Yeah.
Booty Man from Tim Wilson. I did some research here. I didn't know this. That song has received more than 10 times the play of any other Tim Wilson song.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I mean, that's a significant difference. So, once again, if you're not familiar with the Booty Song, I'll play a little bit of it for you. It's
awesome.
It's annoying to you, isn't it?
No, I always loved that song.
Okay.
And again, the goal in that album for Tim was to recreate that Philadelphia soul sound.
He did.
Which he did. And again, that's the entire song. There's no bridge or chorus. Right. But he makes it work. And who knew that was his most popular song by far? So just some interesting stuff. Tim also co-wrote the great song Trailer Park Woman with Pinkerton Bowden. We'll try to feature that coming up. Right now, we return to the news desk with Christy Lee.
Kind of fits in a way. West Virginia's Senate passed a bill that would give $25,000 in tax credits to former residents who move back to the state to work.
Oh, that's a nice incentive.
Yeah, those eligible for the tax credit would have had to live and work in West Virginia for at least 10 years or be born in the state and would have had to live outside the state for at least 10 consecutive years.
So this is
prior
no
to
one.
2023.
That'll apply to some.
So you had to work there for 10 years and then leave for 10 years.
Yeah?
You had to live and work in West Virginia. What if you were born, you lived there till you were 10, then you moved away, then you came
come on
back. You went to college, you come back, you start a job there.
I think they'd get more people back if they offered them a 10-year supply of Mountain Dew. This seems like a ridiculous way to get people to move.
No, that's Kentucky that gives you the Mountain Dew.
Okay, all right.
Unused portions of the credit could be applied to future tax years. The credit would expire in 2029. After passing unanimously in the Senate, the bill was sent to the House of Delegates. So we'll see how it goes.
Taxes need to be simplified. Enough of this ridiculous. You got to be 10 years, then 10 years. They're all ridiculous.
This literally affects you in no way.
Right.
And no one's going to be able. This is going to bring no one back. That's why it was a unanimous, passed unanimously, which means it's not going to affect anyone.
He's still upset about it.
Yeah.
Did you know that that's the catalytic converter theft capital of the world?
I did not.
A little obscure trivia fact.
That is obscure.
I love West Virginia. It's
I
beautiful.
do too. I think it's gorgeous.
Greenbrier?
Good
It's
people.
almost heaven.
Well,
Yeah, she's not wrong.
Even the Dutch know this, right, or something? Wherever they play John Denver.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, it's
They
huge.
sing with John Denver.
it is huge. Yeah.
I think.
Pat, you got to.
Hey guys, look! Oh look, it's John Denver.
Almost a tax haven. Ha! West Virginia. If you move back, you get a $25,000 break.
If you've been gone for 10 years.
Population's dropping. People tend to leave. Come back and bring your youngins. Stimulate the economy. Tax break state. Take me home to the place I can save. West Virginia. Hey, look, it's John Denver. Take me home. Tax break state.
All right.
Boy, I'd move to the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's gorgeous there.
You don't get the tax breaks. You have to live there 10 years. Blah 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 blah.
I wasn't born in West Virginia, no.
All right. Okay.
I could still live there and not get the tax break.
You can
It's
find
fine.
anything in the world to be mad about. It is insane.
No, it's just
You tell
typical,
him, Tom.
typical government BS.
It has
Attaboy.
nothing to do with you. It's going to benefit other
If
people.
they want to make it more people, they're legalize pot.
How do we know it's not? Do you know?
I don't know.
Oh, see?
Either that or do away with state income tax.
I listened to a show about the legalization of pot in a specific state over the weekend. I could not believe the crap that I was listening to. The legalese BS that I had to listen to. Fellas, wake up. You're losing money. They're leaving money on the table, okay? Let's get back to the news with Christy Lee.
Well, the time, of course, in West Virginia, it would be Eastern, what are we, daylight? No, we're at standard time
Eastern
right now.
Standard, yeah.
But what about the moon? With more lunar missions than ever on the horizon, the European Space Agency is advocating for giving the moon its own time zone. European officials argue that an internationally accepted lunar time zone would make it easier for everyone, especially as more countries and private companies are aiming for the moon. Pietro Giordano, a navigation system engineer with the agency, explained
Yes, I'm Pietro.
that the idea came up during a meeting in the Netherlands late last year, with participants agreeing on the urgent need to establish a common lunar reference time. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really get this, but
Of course it's urgent. What time's it on the moon today? Right now, Josh?
well,
There is.
so
one.
you don't know.
But I have a question. This is a perfectly valid question.
Uh-huh.
If there is a lunar time zone, will it go on daylight savings time?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would have to be answered.
Because that daylight saving time is currently under scrutiny in many places.
Does the entire world use that?
Daylight saving, no.
Well,
Hell, not even all of the United States uses it.
yeah, so then I would think no.
Isn't China, don't they have just one time zone?
I think so.
It's the same thing. All of them.
Giordano went on to say a joint international effort is now being launched towards achieving this. And in the meantime, a moon mission runs on the time of the country that is operating the spacecraft.
And Willie, your idea for the time on the moon?
Oh, party time. Yeah.
I like that.
I hate when you do that. I hate when you do the callback thing.
Oh, sorry.
Are they afraid that we're going to have two missions take off at the same time? Is that the problem? Or
I don't know.
I mean,
If you take your iPhone up there, what will it say?
Man.
Is it going to know?
I don't think so.
How far in space do you have to be before
I don't know if it works.
iPhone
Yeah,
goes,
I think it's
we don't know what time it is anymore.
it's kind of cool. LST, Lunar Standard Time.
LST.
Yeah.
That's what
Got
I
it.
said. T.
Okay. I thought you were saying, never mind. All right. I had a little.
Christy
Not
also
LSD.
thinks LSD is cool.
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
she has the
I-
bumper stickers.
Why don't they sell it?
Never done LSD.
LSD?
LSD?
They do
The
sell it.
lunar time
You
zone?
can trade for grilled cheese sandwiches, too, if you're in the parking lot.
You know, I'm in the room and I don't know what the hell you people are talking about.
Lunar time. They could sell it to Miller
No,
Island.
the LST part. What?
Lunar Standard Time.
I know, but then LSP and then LSD and then.
Okay.
Okay.
They could sell it to Miller
Yeah,
Beer.
it's my fault.
It's Miller time on the moon. That'd be
Yeah.
a nice ad. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. It's an interesting notion. I don't think too many people are concerned about it right now, but one of these days.
All I know is that Willie does not wear a watch because he knows what time it is.
It's hammer time, baby.
Damn right.
You're damn right.
Damn right.
Chick, I walked into a bathroom this weekend, big, like convention center thing down in Evansville, and I walked in to go pee, and I went, "It's hammer time," and a guy in the stall laughed. So that's a laugh for you. You earned that.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Oh, that's very nice. Chick McGee will be home later today. He'll be ensconced in his favorite chair.
Curled up with my favorite.
Feeling safe because of Simply Safe, the great home security system. He installed it himself. Tell me more.
That's right. If you're a regular Bob and Tom Show listener, and if you're not, why are you listening? You know we always recommend Simply Safe Home Security. It's the best home security system of 2023. That from U.S. News and CNET recently awarded Simply Safe the editor's choice. Simply Safe, designed with cutting-edge security technology and powered by 24/7 professional monitoring. You got an emergency? Well, Simply Safe's professional monitoring agents use Fast Protect technology to capture critical evidence and verify your threat is real, so you get priority police dispatch. 24/7 professional monitoring service costs under $1 a day, less than half the price of traditional home security systems. You can lock and unlock your doors, access your cameras, and arm and disarm your system right from your smartphone app. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes, then install it yourself. Go to simplysafetom.com today and claim a free indoor security camera, plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Read the reviews. They're the greatest. Simplysafetom.com. Coming up, new words in the dictionary. Also, an interesting story about short people in the news. Christy, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Of course.
Got some live comedy for you to see beginning this weekend, Friday. Actually, Thursday, tomorrow night, March 2nd through Saturday, March 4th. Greg Warren going to be at the Comedy Club in Kansas City, Missouri. And this Saturday, Donnie Baker, March 4th at the Barn at Fouts Lake in Gloucester, Ohio. Friends of the Bob and Tom Show, Friday, March 31st, the Dow Event Center, Saginaw, Michigan. In 2023, the tour continues. Pat Godwin, Josh Arnold, and Kostaki Economopoulos all together. Just one night. And Friday, March 10th, Brown County Playhouse in Nashville, Indiana. Pat Godwin and Willie Griswold together live on stage. PatGodwin.com for more. A chance to see some live comedy out there for you. Get out there and see them. Have some fun. Have some drinks. Enjoy some live comedy. Take your friends, your family. Go out and have some fun. And have some fun all morning long right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. The Green Bay Packers are still waiting for Aaron Rodgers to decide whether or where he'll play next season. Other teams at the NFL's annual scouting combine in Indianapolis are jockeying for other quarterbacks. Coaches and general managers kicked off one of the league's biggest offseason events in Indianapolis. The discussions took off with Marcus Mariota being cut and Derek Carr still a hot commodity. NBA winners last night: Toronto, Milwaukee, Washington, Memphis, Denver, Sacramento, Indiana, San Antonio, and Golden State. Top 25 college basketball winners: number 3, Kansas; number 6, Marquette; number 12, Tennessee; number 13, Virginia, all win. Iowa upset number 15, Indiana. Boise State upset number 18, San Diego State; and number 24, Texas A&M over Mississippi. And NHL last night, all in regulation. Florida, Ottawa, Columbus, Pittsburgh, Seattle, Arizona, and Montreal get wins. Minnesota and Los Angeles win in shootouts. And the Bruins beat Calgary 4-3 in overtime. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, this magician, he gets his job on a cruise ship. So he's working his cruise ship, and he does his act every night in the front row. is the captain of the ship with a parrot on her shoulder. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out his magician's act. So he starts heckling the magician, and it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece of driftwood, and the parrot is sitting on the end of the driftwood, and they stare at each other for 2 days and don't say a word. They just look at each other all mad. Finally, the bird goes, I give. Where's the boat?
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Sex is so prevalent in our society that nobody mentions what happens if you keep having it. I think every porno movie should end with giving birth to triplets. Just as a disclaimer, So everybody knows, what you're getting, But I'm a stepfather, too. Which I've been for a few years now. And if you're not a step-parent, you don't realize the warmth and rewards that you get for the warm, loving feeling. And it's, I hate you. Okay, here's some more money. You're not like my real dad. That's right, you can find me. Track down your real deadbeat dad and have him pay for these Barbie accessories,
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Why do you have to get drunk to be an ass? Why do you have to get tight before you get loose? Why do you need a double before you get into trouble? Can't you get into trouble without an excuse? You want to get up and get out and get free and get crazy, but why do you have to start by getting stoned? 'Cause Pat, you don't have to get drunk to be an ass. You can be an ass on your own.
With us in the studio, comedian Kostaki Economopoulos. Now, we talked a little bit about your love life. What's happening with it again?
Oh, I've got a girlfriend. She's great. And we're knocking around and having a good time. And
so you have no children?
I have no children. Here's the first sign of me getting old, all right? Here's the first sign of me as an old guy. I give my girlfriend a really good back massage, like 40 minutes. Then it's my turn. I lay down. She just barely starts to rub my back. This is true. And she reaches down and says, are you sure you want me to rub your back? And I said, yes. I'm like, what?
True enough.
Oh, my God.
What am I, 100?
A thought from Paul Gilmartin.
Down the elevator shaft they plunged, hurtling towards their death, their faces drawn by Edvard Munch. They smelled the devil's breath. Your tongue, she said at number 3. Let me see its size. He grinned and licked his forehead. She buckled at the thighs. The impact satisfied them both. Police were left some clues. A smiling woman all alone in a stranger's pair of shoes.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
The Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick, you okay?
No, not at all. There's
I'll take over if you're
Josh
okay.
Arnold.
You all
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I am Chick McGee. And here's Tom.
And Chick McGee's fine. Take a little breather over there.
I've been thinking about this lunar time zone thing.
Once again, there is an international movement to create a lunar time zone.
Would there be a light lunar, dark lunar time? Because there's two different sides, and
I think
would we have different time zones?
I think the moon would be
on
its
the moon?
own time zone.
Okay.
Christy, I heard that the dark side of the moon, it's always 420.
Thanks.
Oh, boy.
There you go.
Actually, if you listen closely to the end of the album, they say, actually, there is no dark side of the moon. It's all dark. So
on the album, there's a song called Time.
Yeah, that's
It sure is.
And today, I believe, is the 50th anniversary of the release
See it all
of Dark Side of the Moon.
We are good,
Is
aren't we?
everybody happy with
Paint
just
a
what happened just now?
Sorry.
Are you happy with that?
It was a nice exchange.
We can go back and
B minus.
Again, I wish I could be at the meeting when they're trying to decide the lunar time zone.
I think they have it down. Whoever's on the moon, that's the time zone. Isn't that the existing?
That's what they
law?
said, right?
That's what, yeah.
That's fine.
So why even bother?
Why are they messing with it?
I don't know. These guys they got to get a chance to travel to these cool conventions and
lousy
hang out and have a bunch of fun.
Slide rule jockeys
on the government tab.
That has to be the most boring mixer you have ever been to.
All the women on one side, all the men on the other side, nervous.
No one can talk to each other.
Is my pocket protector straight?
Let me tell you about pie, okay?
Yeah, I remember I had to read that book in college. I was a hooker at the Geneva Convention. Nothing.
Well, sitting alone at the cafe again.
Yeah. I'm not going in today. The Germans are talking.
Hey, speaking of smart things, dictionary.com added over 300 new words.
That's too many.
130 new definitions,
That's
Josh.
far too many, yeah.
And 1,140 revised definitions.
Perfect amount.
To its database. Among the new terms are hellscape.
Oh, I've always loved that term.
Hellscape?
Yeah.
Never heard it.
Really?
Oh.
Well, in the dictionary.com world, it's a noun, a place or time that is hopeless, unbearable, or irredeemable.
I got nothing.
You could. It's used a lot in like talking about post-apocalyptic movies, things like that.
Like in like The Last of Us or The Wasteland or St. Louis. These are all places.
I get that now. Now I'm starting to understand it.
It's a hellscape.
Does that work for you?
Petfluencer, also a noun, a person who gains a large following on social media by posting entertaining images or videos of their cat, dog, or other pet.
I hate it.
And that's it.
Not the word, the whole practice of that.
Oh, no, I enjoy the practice of that. It's the word I hate. I'm a petfluencer. Oh, God.
No, your dog is, not you. And deadass.
Deadass?
An adverb, slang, genuinely, sincerely, or truly, in fact.
Oh, like I am dead-ass serious
Right.
about this.
Huh.
Okay.
Smack dead ass.
No, that's different.
I got it all wrong.
Pat kind of lost himself there for a moment.
Here's a couple more. This one, Josh, pay attention here. Liminal space.
Instead of subliminal?
Yeah, this is an interesting one. A state or a place characterized by being transitional or intermediate in some way. I don't get that, but then when they gave an example, and I get it. It says, the classroom of a school when school is out for the summer.
Okay.
You walk in and obviously there's been no activity, but some of the stuff's up from last year, and it's a liminal space. I don't know how often you get to use that, but trauma dumping.
Yeah, that's big.
What?
The one-sided sharing of traumatic or intensely negative experiences in an inappropriate setting with people who are unprepared for the interaction.
Yeah.
I hate it when people do that. It reminds me of my parents' divorce. Basically what happened is
we're here.
Here comes old Willie with the trauma dumping.
The best example I could give of this, and I can't give too many details, I was rushing somewhere at one point.
Really in a hurry.
And I ran into someone I barely know.
Had no idea who they were.
And I was jogging. He stops me. Tom. Yeah. My mom died.
Yeah, that's...
So I can't, well...
You got trauma dumped on.
Yeah.
I can't exactly go, I got to go...
Yeah.
So what's this for? Llama dumping. When a llama takes a seems rather obvious.
We talked about cakeism.
Mm-hmm.
The false belief that one can enjoy the benefits of two choices that are in fact mutually exclusive and have it both ways.
What? Cakeism. So it's eating your cake, having your cake.
Too.
But does it give you an example?
It's you're right. It's derived from to have one's cake and eat it too. It's especially associated with Brexit and Boris Johnson. So that's more of an English thing.
Yeah.
No. But the other one we had I liked about cakeage, which is the fee charged by a restaurant when you bring a birthday cake in from the outside.
Like a corkage fee.
That's kind of a funny one. How about this one? Paternity leave.
Oh, my puppy dog.
I got a new dog. I can't come into work for 2 weeks.
Yeah. I got to potty train it.
How long before they demand they get paid for it? There used to be a work ethic in this country, chick. You know that?
You tell it, brother. Yeah. What about that?
BodyCon.
BodyCon?
Body conscious?
Clothes that are designed to be extra close fitting.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
stretchy material.
Body conscious.
I thought it was a convention for prostitutes. Bodycon?
Okay.
Bodycon.
Sock puppet.
Yeah, I know what a sock
We all know what a sock puppet is.
It's a false name assumed by an internet user to deceive or preserve the user's anonymity.
Oh,
Never
okay.
heard that before.
So it's 80% of the people online?
Yeah. The example they give, this is their example, not mine. This is from dictionary.com. Here's the example. The forum is moderated by Bob and has a contributor named Tom, a sock puppet operated by Bob.
Oh, okay. He's the same. You're the same person.
Same person.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Interesting.
Some interesting words from dictionary.com, words that have been most recently added. Christy, what else you got over there?
I know how much you love words, but I also know how much you hate cursive writing, which would be a signature. Did you know that people are actually hiring calligraphers now to design new signatures for them?
Really?
Signature doctors like Priscilla Molina in Los Angeles offer a range of styles, including elegant, subtle, dramatic, sharp, classic, and even illegible signatures that you can choose from.
Take the money and run, I say. People are going to pay you for that. Oh, God bless you.
Are they in the contemporary world where you have to sign on the
with your finger on the pad?
With your finger on the pad, and no matter who you are, how it always looks like you're completely drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And they don't give you enough room, so I just put the tea and what the hell.
Molina does a minimum of 300 custom signatures a month, offering packages that include up to 3 ways to sign, limitless drafts, or a new set of initials. She charges between $10 to $15, or $10 to $55 rather, using the motto, where originality meets legacy. Molina said people come to her for signature makeovers for a simple reason. They're just tired of the way they sign their names.
Okay.
Sonia Palamand, a calligrapher from Missouri, added it's a way for people to reinvent themselves.
Could I have them come to the next house closing I have? You're going to be signing your name for the next 3 hours. No. I've got this calligrapher here to sign for me. I gave her my power of attorney.
I think penmanship is... You don't like good penmanship. You don't appreciate
it. Pointless teaching kids to write cursive.
Oh, my God.
Way more to it than just learning.
Beautiful penmanship.
Hey, this is going to... Hey, kids, here's a bunch of letters. By the way, to make them confusing, we're going to give you 2 ways to do them.
A form of illiteracy if you don't know how to
they'd
write
be
cursive.
better off learning Chinese.
That is not true.
Well, there is an argument to be made there.
They need to learn be using a keyboard. I don't know.
Depends on if you want to be able to communicate with the future overlord.
Christy, did you practice your autograph when you were a kid?
I didn't autograph my signature, sure, yeah.
I mean, did you think someday I'll be...
No, God, no, never thought about that.
Josh?
No, my signature is just awful.
How about did you practice your new signature once you got married to that boy you liked?
Yeah. Were you in school?
Oh, in school, I heart so-and-so, and Mrs. So-and-so. Oh, yeah.
Christy Dalton.
Does that. Oh, I just watched Roadhouse.
Yeah, that's why I said Dalton.
Dalton's so tough. He's going to be mine.
So you can go to this woman and say, I'd like a new signature that has a certain flair.
Sure.
What would you do?
Me?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I don't know.
Loopier, sharper?
Probably more elegant, because mine is very...
I'd go loopier.
Hey, Pat, do you think there's a way that she could make it look like a full set of genitalia?
That'd be nice. Yeah, of course.
Male or female?
Either one. No, there's no V in his name. Probably better go with the P.
Pat Godwin. You have to have 2 names. You'd have to be Pat Goodwin, so you'd have 2
Oh,
O's.
I'm Pat Goodwin a lot.
You can see Pat Godwin. He's going to be live in person at the Brown County Playhouse, Nashville, Indiana, with Willie G coming up Friday, March 10th. That'll be a great show.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
That's a great room. We return to the girl with the nice penmanship. It's Christy Lee.
New research indicates people who are relatively short and who are dissatisfied with their height are more likely to have psychopathic traits.
Really?
Mm-hmm. For their study, 367 adults completed a standardized assessment. Researchers found that shorter people and those who wish to be taller tended to exhibit more psychopathy. Psychopathy.
Psycho what?
Psychopathy, yeah.
Psychopathy. And researchers said those individuals are more likely to make them show off, be confrontational, and interested in power. Oh, like the Napoleon syndrome.
Right.
This classic?
Sure. One of Chick's favorite artists.
It's the only way I knew Randy Newman.
Yeah, sadly, the genius that is Randy Newman, that I think, unfortunately, is his most popular song. Maybe the Toy Story theme.
Oh, yeah, way more.
Way more now, but at the time.
But Randy's the terrific songwriter. And Pat, you're a big Randy Newman fan like me.
Huge fan, yeah.
And for those not all that familiar with him, perhaps could you do your Randy Newman tribute?
Well, everybody loves Randy Newman, but can he do what I do with the impressions? No. Can Randy Newman do the Beatles? I don't think so.
Well,
Randy Newman.
Wait a minute.
Randy Newman attempts the Beatles. Hey, Jude. Don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let it into your heart. There you can start to make it feel better. Na 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 na. Good night, everybody.
Thank you very much. So this is the Napoleon complex thing.
Yeah.
Was Napoleon short by
I don't think
the
he
standards
was.
of his day? Is that
I think that's a misconception.
They don't totally know, I don't think.
I thought he said it was like 5'6" or something, which was
And it's believed Hitler was between 5'6" to 5'9". They don't totally know, but
and Charles de Gaulle was what 7'4".
7.
And had a killer 3-pointer.
That's when the French basketball team introduced in the Olympics.
Christy, what are you? 5'2"?
5'0".
5'0".
Yeah.
For now.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah, you'll get hunchy.
Yeah, no, I'm
4'11", 4'10".
4'8". I think my grandmother was 4'8" when she went.
When she passed away?
Yes.
You cry about that at all?
Yeah, I cried. It was a tiny little thing, weighed about 80 pounds.
Oh, I bet she was frail.
Tiny.
Real sick.
Okay.
Now, what is that? Is there a definition? That's the opposite of trauma dumping. You're inspiring trauma dumping?
I'm trauma causing.
Trauma causing. Huh, that's interesting.
Oh, here comes old trauma causer. Oh, boy. Car wrecks kill a lot of people, don't they? Get out of here, trauma causer.
You're a trauma instigator.
How come you ever notice they use the term gentle giant?
Yes.
They're never like gentle shrimp.
Yeah,
he's short.
You don't hear like a...
He's gentle.
You hear the opposite, though, like a short guy, like, oh, he's a real firecracker.
Yeah.
Or a fire plug.
Yeah.
I always like that.
So the assumption is if you're big, you're going to be, that's interesting.
Do you ever feel psychopathic? Christy? Oh, I bet you're a psycho in the sack.
Oh, God.
Okay, enough.
No, I'm not done talking about this.
Psychopathic.
Tell me about
Exactly.
We have a special request here because once again, Ace Cosby, our engineer here, is on a special diet in the month of March.
Well, I bet Ace
Once again, this is day.
Oh, my God.
Day one.
Lunch pizza for dinner and place.
Hey, you like a pizza? Everybody want their pizza fast. Well, that's why you should call me. Hello, I'm a Tony Razzi. You know, when my father passed down the old family recipes to me, he said, Tony, my son, you got to deliver pizzas fast as you can. So, in his spirit, I named my restaurant after him. Paparazzi Pizza.
Oh, no.
At Paparazzi Pizza, our fleet of speedy motorcycles are ready to chase you down and give you a nice hot pizza. But that's not all you get. We'll also snap some candid photos of whoever answered the door.
Paparazzi Pizza.
Oh, hi, can I...
Smile. Little bit to the left. Move over here.
Get away.
Smile.
Stop it.
That's good. You look good.
Stop it.
Are you sleepy?
That's it. I'm out of here. I'm going to the police.
Wait a moment. You can't get away from Paparazzi Pizza.
Stop following me.
Oh, you can't get away from paparazzi. Here I come.
You can run, but you can't hide from a Paparazzi Pizza. Paparazzis, you get a pizza in a...
Leave me alone, you parasite.
We'll find you.
Paparazzi Pizza. Got a nice photograph of you while they're at Dayton, Ohio. Thank you for paying attention and keeping up with the Ace Cosby Pizza Challenge, which we certainly look forward to. And we'll see how you're doing. Tomorrow will be day 2.
Very good.
Yeah. So, but I just want to get people that aren't involved in this yet to.
It's going to be a long month, people.
In your own house anymore. There's a lot of the stuff we just keep going over.
Okay. Well, it's important to have a theme. With you, Ace. I wonder if there's anybody out there that's decided they're going to, remember the guy that we had that he went on the diet of nothing but beer?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he lost weight,
Yeah,
didn't he? Yeah.
He's like a monk. Doesn't he do it every year during Lent?
I thought he did it during the football season or something. In any event, we'll move
So are
forward
you
here.
tracking this? Did you take a weight this morning, and then you're going to see what it is?
You're going to weigh your dumps?
You don't.
I'm having lean cuisine for lunch.
Ah, okay.
A lean cuisine pizza?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll find out tomorrow. Right now, I want to remind you that the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is out there to help you. What's BetterHelp all about? Well, it's about connecting you with a licensed therapist. Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process. A lot of changes happening out there. Sometimes it gets a little bit overwhelming. Sometimes we don't even know what we want, don't know how to react. And talking to someone can be very helpful. And it's not a weakness, by the way, to ask. And we've all been through some entirely online. So it's designed to be very convenient, very flexible, and suited to your schedule. You can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. And you can do it talking or texting or with the camera on, whatever works best for you. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/BT Show to knock 10% off that first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/BT Show. BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Coming up, ancient brain surgery. Yep. Well.
Oh.
And one of the oldest creatures on Earth still alive. We'll tell you what
Bob
that is.
Barker?
He's pretty old, Tom.
Kissinger? I don't know. One of them. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
One.
Scoop.
Big scoop. That's a huge scoop.
Two.
That's not
Two
a big
scoops.
blender.
Okay.
Three.
Hey, no. You're not going to run out of room.
No, you're not.
No.
That's perfect.
There's milk right there.
Milk and pour about.
You want to put a little whey protein in
A little
there?
more than that.
A little more than that.
Yeah, come on.
There.
A little more. All right, that's
Okay.
good. Now load it with Oreos.
Yeah.
All right.
We have vanilla ice cream.
In the blender, not in your mouth.
Don't eat the Oreos yet.
All right. How many you got there?
I don't think I've had an Oreo in years.
That one and another stack that
Is
high.
that an even number?
Oh, for
Did you count them?
sake.
How many you got there?
It's bad luck to eat an odd number
Keep
of
going.
Oreos.
Yeah.
It's bad luck, chick. Did you
All
count
right,
'em?
that's enough.
No, it isn't. Keep going.
Shut your hole.
This is our shake.
You're not going to be able to drink it. You're going to
Yeah.
have to eat it with a spoon.
That's fine.
Put more milk
What is
in
that?
it.
15 Oreos?
Oh, this is it's going to be perfect. It'll go right up to the top.
Peanutopolis. That's hilarious.
I love it. All right. Put a Klondike bar in there. Come on.
Throw in the Klondike
What'd you
bar.
do for a Klondike bar? I'd kill some Klondike bar.
Throw a little more milk in, chick.
Klondike
Come on.
bars in there.
Blah, 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 blah. All right.
There we go.
There you go.
right.
That's
Okay, there
good.
you go.
Just let
Okay.
it go. Keep going.
God,
Look at
look at that.
That's heaven. Look at
the
that.
Snickers bar.
Look at that. Snickers bar looks like it's swirling around the bottom of a toilet bowl, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
You're
Where did
putting
that
more
come
ice
from?
cream in there?
Yes. There you go. Now blend her up there. Oh, one more. Come on.
At least it's an even
you go.
number.
All
Okay,
right.
there we go. Are those the peanuts trying to... No, Bob, sip that over there by your microphone. Let's hear your
I'll have a
judgment on that.
taste. Tom has to drink it.
We
though.
should market this.
Wow, it smells very good.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
That is very good.
Tell me this is not good.
That is very good.
Very chocolatey.
See?
This is much better than your shake.
Thank you very much.
Why don't you throw some protein powder in that? So at least you get some protein.
And
Why don't you run up an alley
your
and
shake.
yell fish? How about that?
Creator and producer Jon Favreau has the early prototypes of Baby Yoda at his house. While he could get his hands on all the Baby Yoda toys through his connections at Lucasfilm, he says it's easier just to order them off Amazon. He says collectibles come out that even he doesn't know about. As for the Baby Yoda used on the set, well, it's a puppet that takes 5 people to operate. Season 3 of The Mandalorian debuts today on Disney+. And you jazz dance fans, director Wayne Cilento is attempting to do a Broadway revival of Bob Fosse's revue Dancin', based on muscle memory. That's because there's no film of the original show, which, by the way, ran from 78 to 82, no script, and no other recordings. The one thing Cilento has going for him is that he was one of the 16 original dancers and still remembers a lot. He's not only trying to revive Fosse's vision, but update the show for modern audiences. Dancin' debuts tomorrow in New York City. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Remember the old days when you could get arrested, go to court, lie to get out of it, under the comfort of no one you know reads the newspaper. You never told anybody who you saw in there with you. You end up picking up some trash, washing some cop cars, and it was over. Now you blow up a mailbox, and they act like it's a federal offense.
It is.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yours truly, Artie Whiskey, frontier golfer with another true tale from the Old West. Really. As you know, I'm quite the avid golfer. I go out just about every day and play 18. One afternoon, I decided to head on home after 9 holes. Well, much to my surprise, I mosey up to my house and I see another buggy in the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I gotta sneak in the house and I find my wife in bed with another fella. I was rather upset.
I can see that.
I grabbed the guy, got him in a headlock, dragged him down into the garage, grabbed him by the manhood, stuck it in a vise, and squeezed it real tight.
Uh-huh.
He started screaming, "Oh, Artie, you're not going to cut it off, are you?" I said, "No, you are. I'm going to set the garage on fire."
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Joining us in the studio. I went to college in University of West Virginia, Morgantown, West Virginia.
Oh, really?
I was a mountaineer.
Well, why would someone from Florida go to college in West Virginia?
Because you didn't have basically showing up got you that piece of paper.
Valedictorian was a 2.0.
On the breathalyzer.
And Jesus said, "Take this bread and eat it. It is my body." And the disciples said, "Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting."
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
Loads of curvy cleavage on display.
the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry.
The human drama of
Loads of curvy cleavage on display.
this is
The Bob and Tom Show.
Coming up in a few minutes.
Okay, all right. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Starting over.
There we go.
Yeah.
Here's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Starting over.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, Jake.
How are you?
Fine. How are you feeling?
About a third. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Fresh.
I'm Chick McGee. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. And there's Tom Griswold.
Looking over some of these new words.
Fun, aren't they?
Yeah, I kind of, it's one of those things where you sort of feel good when you know one of them, and you feel like an idiot because you've never heard of some of these. Grundle. And you said you'd heard that before, Willie?
Yeah, washing out my grundle, getting in the shower, getting all the under bits, making sure you're all refreshed.
Never heard it.
Yeah, it's like the technical term, I believe, is perineum.
Yes.
That's correct.
For my generation, I believe the word is taint.
Yes.
And for my money, there's no better place to be licked.
Okay.
TMI stands for too much information.
The people want to know.
I don't know.
Just saying, ladies, if you ain't willing to do that, don't even bother saying hi.
Well, I was going to say
which way do you want which way do you want them facing? By the way,
it doesn't.
What
are they huffing the hairy A? I'm sorry,
hairy A.
No. This reminded me when I was Googling around trying to figure this out, and I, of course, typed in the word perineum, which I spelled wrong the first 3 times.
Have you ever misspelled something so horribly, even Google doesn't know?
Absolutely.
You got to do the emergency voice to text. You just turn on voice to text and then real altercation. There's no SH in there.
Necessary. There's not 3 C's. Okay.
It's more convenient.
This is an article about Dr. Stephanie Uwe.
Ooh-wee, baby.
It's
she got that good weed. Ooh-wee.
Dr. Uwe, it's spelled O-O-I, and there's a pronouncer here, and it is indeed pronounced Uwe. Stephanie Uwe is a distinguished physician.
Sea Cruise, that's what
talking about social media and medical misinformation, which is huge now. There are people who are taking their medical advice from, well, she's an influencer, and I decided based on what she said.
Well, I'm not going to listen to Dr. Uwe. She's a witch doctor. She's part of the firm of Uwe.
Ting, ting, walla, walla, bing, bang.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
No, that's
got way silly at the end of that.
That's not right. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, baby. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, baby.
Won't you let me take you on a
sea cruise?
And then,
now, C is the letter C in this case because the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
David Sedaris.
What's your point?
David Sedaris and the magic of recording tape.
What Dr. Uwe say?
Dr. Uwe is warning against the TikTok trend of perineum sunning.
Oh, yeah.
The controversial practice involves exposing one's genitals to the sun because the morons on the internet claim it exposes the perineum to vitamin D, providing an energy boost that can help you with your sleep and your creativity. Of course, the problem with the sleep thing is when you've got a sunburned taint, you can't get comfortable. Several experts, including Dr. Dustin Portela-Warren, Dr. Dustin Portela, say that this is not a good idea, and as does Dr. Stephanie Uwe.
You think we don't know what you did?
I know
Combined
what you
the word
did.
"warn"
And
with
Portela.
Portela-Warren. Now, there's probably a space there, or there was meant to be.
No, unfortunately there is a dash.
I see.
So it could have been a hyphenated name.
Did you see
myself.
him look at you? There's a dash, like he has evidence he's presenting before the court.
I heard a strum on a guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Stephanie Uwe, though, says this is a classic example of social media medical misinformation. The taint. Do not get it tanned. The perineum.
Okay. Does Pat have a song?
Oh, nothing could be finer than some sun on your vagina in the morning. Nothing could be sweeter than the tan under your Peter in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, the sun don't normally shine between the beehole and the nutties. Get some rays on that behind. Oh, all you trendy hotties. Man, you gotta see 'em tanning their perineum in the morning. Legs up in the air with no panties on down there makes me horny. Oh, ladies, tan your taints. Oh, if only for a day. And that big vitamin D energy is coming your way. Nothing could be finer than some sun on your vagina in the morning.
Oh, Mama, I love you wherever you are.
That's a fun voice. Yeah. Mine's kind of Kermit, isn't it? I kind of went the other way.
It's so funny to watch people try to do this. It's hysterical. They do it on reality shows. I've seen it a couple of times.
You're kidding me.
Oh, God, no.
And they do it during the day?
Well, it'd be stupid to try to sun at night.
No, it'd be just as dumb. I think if some moron influencer went, the importance of moonlight on your vagina.
Oh, there you go.
You'd have thousands of people buying in.
You wouldn't burn yourself, at least.
So do they kind of hold their feet together?
They lay on the ground and then
On their
roll
back?
back on their back and put their feet up spread-eagled.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Very good.
Reminds me of
I was telling you last week that's how you lay when you go to the proctologist, but you said no, it's on your side or whatever.
Does that remind anybody of that old classic joke involving Superman and the invisible what is it? The Invisible Man, Wonder Woman, and Superman? Yeah.
Ow my.
Yes, the punchline is ow my ass. Everybody feel like big men now? Is that right?
You know, there was a time when you used to appreciate refined comedy.
So, so wouldn't this also be because there's also the thing of the so-called anal bleaching?
Yeah.
That fascinates you. You just can't believe somebody would do
Anything
it.
that has anything to
No,
do
but
with
why would
anus
anyone do that?
Aesthetics.
Yeah.
Aesthetic? Hey, maybe, I don't know, comb your hair, drop a few pounds. Lots of better ways to look nice. Pretty low on my list is, oh boy, didn't like me. Must have been my...
I can combine these
anus.
two favorite things of yours, new words and crazy new ideas, into one story. Did you hear about the Aliato?
Oh,
Is that special mayonnaise?
No.
Sounds like an opera term.
It's olive oil in your coffee, apparently, that has been started by the Starbucks in Milan. CEO Howard Schultz started thinking about the beverage after visiting Milan. He said the notion of adding olive oil just kind of appeared to him after visiting an olive oil producer in Sicily last summer. So the Aliato 5-drink assortment launched last week in Milan. I don't know if it'll move over into this country, but they've provoked both amusement and curiosity among Italians.
I know there's like butter coffee because the
because of
fat
keto,
and the butter
right.
latches onto the caffeine and then it kicks in even more.
Aliato.
Yeah.
They also had a drink where they were going to use mulled cider.
Mm-hmm.
But the name, I forget what were they going to call that? But it wasn't, they had problems with it.
Joshua Matthew! You're having fun over there, aren't you?
Oh, aren't we a big man?
He's having a real good time, Chickster.
Oh, I just got it.
Yeah.
Courageous comedy.
The unspoken comedy.
Aliato is made with, okay.
Would you try that? Olive oil in your coffee?
Try it. Olive oil's the greatest.
Whiskey in your water, sugar in your tea.
It's quite good for you.
Yeah, it's good for you.
Yeah, olive oil, yeah, that might be worth trying.
I have coconut oil. I put coconut oil in my coffee once a day.
That is also
my afternoon coffee, yeah.
What time do you rub it on your anus?
3:10. Because it lines up with a constellation that I worship.
That joke does offer the possibility that you have 2 jars of coconut oil in your house, and one says coffee and the other just says butt. Butt. Your cocoa butt.
The cocoa butt, of course, a famous wrestling move. There's some cool astronomy stuff going on out there, by the way. And when we come back, there's some cool astronaut news.
Yeah.
In the news about a very brave man. We'll find out about that when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Now, what kind of vacations do you get? And since you travel so much, Jim, I would imagine that
a vacation
would be staying home.
Yes.
I know last summer you had you
went camping.
Your semi-disastrous camping experience.
You know, it's my wife. I married this woman who loves to camp, and I'm indoorsy.
Yeah,
you know. She always brings up camping's a tradition in my family. I'm like, hey, it was a tradition in everyone's family till we came up with the house.
Yeah.
My parents never took me camping. You know why? Because they loved me. You know? If it's so great outside, why are all the bugs trying to get in my house?
How true.
Boy, I'm with you on that.
Happy camper. Has anyone ever really been a happy camper? Because whenever we use that term, we're being sarcastic. Yeah. He is not a happy camper. Well, why don't we just call him a camper? He's miserable. You know who's a happy camper? The guy leaving the campsite. He's the happiest camper. He gets to take a shower.
Yeah.
The camping thing.
Camping.
Are you a shower man versus a bathtub man?
I'm a neither. I'd rather do nothing.
Yeah, just lay in bed.
The shower, yeah, definitely. The bath thing, that seems like a lot of work.
It does.
That just seems, I don't know.
You have to wait.
Yeah, it's just you gotta figure out. You gotta stand up. Mm-hmm. It's like once I'm standing, I don't want to have to, sit down and then stand again. I'm that lazy. And chick's like,
you are talking my language. I never thought of that before.
And when you stand up out of a bath, don't you have all the suds on you too? Yeah. You're sitting in all that.
Then you got to go take a shower to clean out.
Then you have to rinse off.
Take a shower. I don't understand it.
And they're slippery. Old people get themselves broken hips all the time in them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I hate bathtub showers more than anything.
Relaxing.
No, they're not.
No. Yes, they are.
Men want to primarily do physics experiments involving flatulence. Basic stuff.
Oh, yeah. It really does bubble. How about that?
Hold a match to the surface of the water, that sort of thing.
I would have never thought of that.
I've not thought of that either.
This is the first show in a long time.
Now you're going to want to take a bath.
I'm going to have to take a bath to see if it works now.
I have to take notes.
You guys don't take baths with your significant others?
Well, sure. I mean, I've done that.
Not if you want them to stay your significant others. Honey, let's take a bath. Why don't you do that? I got check out Sports Center.
You know what Christy wants? She wants a bubble bath
and some sodomy.
That's exactly
No.
See, we have to explain.
You have to be very careful what you say and it's taken out of context.
Family-friendly show.
That doesn't work. See, people don't realize that Christy didn't actually say that. Chick
and some sodomy.
Well, who is that then?
No, but I mean, she said it in a different context.
We were talking about something totally different.
Mm-hmm. You have it on tape.
Isolated.
You just keep playing it, right?
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking. Do you see me moving?
Christy, what do you want for
sodomy.
Christmas?
Well, now, Jim, now you're playing.
I want some nice.
Don't play
Christy
the game.
wants some perfume
and some sodomy.
Okay. Wow. Do I have to come over there? I'm not feeling well.
All right. That won't be on the TV show.
No.
Based Stellantis. The Fiat, Chrysler, and Ford vehicles together will cost just over $1 billion. Charging stations will be installed at several Postal Service facilities, including sorting and delivery centers, starting in the third quarter of this year. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker. And the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God. You can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
All right, this magician, he gets his job on a cruise ship. Mm-hmm. So he's working his cruise ship, and he does his act every night. In the front row is the captain of the ship with a parrot on his shoulder. Mm-hmm. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out his magician's act. Mm-hmm. So he starts heckling the magician, and, it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece of driftwood, and the parrot is sitting on the end of the driftwood, and they stare at each other for 2 days and don't say a word. Mm-hmm. They just look at each other all mad. Finally, the bird goes, I give. Where's the boat?
Oh, yeah.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
They might as well take it to the next level, though. I want to see that should be the next reality show, the Oz couple. Ozzy Osbourne and some other unintelligible foreigner living together and their little adventures, you know. Arnold Schwarzenegger runs in with an apron on. Listen to me, Ozzy, I can't have dishes sitting around the kitchen all over the place. I just said, breakfast, man. Every time I go out of town, I come back, it's like a war zone in here. I can't live like this anymore. I was going to get around to me. You came running in here like a Nazi. As soon as I learn how to do another impression, I'm getting another roommate, man.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Foxworthy.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
Hey, there's Jessica Alsman.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Howdy. Willie Griswold is here.
You know how Pat's in the music room? Can we start calling this the chill zone?
From the chill zone, it's Willie Griswold.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm Chick, and here's Tom.
No, the address, 420 Mellow Avenue, the chill zone.
The chill zone.
I never see you get mad, Willie. You are very relaxed.
Thank you very much. I have deep-seated anger issues, and they come out at terrible times.
We were talking about some bumper stickers that were inappropriate. So this one writes one of our listeners. On a Jeep, it said, "Yes, it's a Jeep. If I wanted a Hummer, I'd have called your sister."
Whoa.
Unnecessarily aggressive.
That is aggressive.
Funny.
Yeah.
That really ramped up.
I didn't question the fact that it was a Jeep.
I wouldn't put it on my Jeep, but I appreciate it.
Got this one. This is an interesting idea. This comes to us from Tom in Cincinnati. He writes, I heard about Pat Godwin going home to his apartment and finding the place empty except for his soon-to-be ex-wife's wedding dress. I've got an idea for a movie. Pat donates sperm to make money.
Okay.
Yeah.
His ex-wife wants to have a baby and gets a sperm donor. Turns out it's Pat.
Oh.
They have to share custody. We'll call the movie Stuck Together.
Oh.
That's not bad. That's not bad. That'd be kind of a Hallmark movie. I'm not sure they'd want to have something where Pat goes to the Jackatorium and makes a donation.
They should call it Come Together.
But they don't.
Well,
That's the irony.
what is your deal today? You're nasty.
Send me out to sea.
And then I was reading, Christy found this article. I found a little more about this. Starbucks debuting a new line of olive oil infused coffees.
Oleatos.
I have never heard of this, and they're doing it. They're beginning, as you mentioned, in Italy, and this says the intention is to take it to select markets all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
And they have this. I don't understand. It says extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah, EVO.
Now, how do you become an extra virgin? You've never been laid and you're obsessed with Star Wars? Is there as opposed to just being... I mean, can you be an extra virgin? It's like double hymen. What is the...
Apparently the stuff's good for you. It eliminates like a lot of toxins.
Yeah,
so it makes you... you have far less toxins. In fact, they call it oleato toxin free.
I was with you the whole time, pal.
I'm
very nice.
Me too.
I'm going to stay too.
Tom and Jake are leaving. They didn't care for it.
I left about a half hour ago.
I like that. Actually, I do. I like that as much as your ooey ooh ah ping ping pang walla walla bing bang, in reference to the fine doctor, whose name is Dr. Ooey.
Yeah, you can thank paleo and keto diets for this high fat into your coffee craze.
Some people just put straight butter, don't they?
I'd like to see how it,
coconut
I'd like to see
oil,
how,
Kerry
as
Gold,
you do.
yeah.
Olive
I'd like
oil.
to see how it tastes. We'll have to try the if we can get a recipe for olive oil infused coffee.
It would make your coffee even more complicated every morning.
Oh, God,
I know you'd like that.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Extra lubricating, I would think.
Yeah.
What are you doing with coffee? You giving yourself a coffee enema? What is this?
Well, some people have issues, so if you can line the, what do you call it, colon?
Oh, I hear what she's saying.
Like,
I need your mucous membrane.
Yes, I'm really old-fashioned about coffee. I drink it. I don't get up in the morning and give myself a coffee enema. I tried it once, and I'll tell you what, it was very difficult.
Oh, why's that?
Too sweet.
Kept your ass up all night.
Well, everybody else in Starbucks is all weird about it.
Did you hear, Pat? Kept his ass up all night.
Yeah, you got to get the decaf. But okay, I'm sorry. We'll find out more about that coffee. Right now, we turn to Christy Lee at the news desk. What have you got?
Well, archaeologists have uncovered evidence of Bronze Age brain surgery. The discovery was made following an analysis of remains found at the ancient city of Megiddo, Israel. Research leader Rachel Kalisher and her team analyzed remains of two upper-class, possibly even royal brothers who lived in the city around the 15th century BC. She found that not long before one of the brothers died, he had undergone a specific type of brain surgery called angular notched trepanation. Procedure.
How do they know this?
Well, the procedure involves cutting the scalp to carve 4 intersecting lines in the skull.
Sure, yeah.
And then using leverage to make a square-shaped hole.
Is the guy awake during this procedure?
Well, this is in 15th century BC, so unless they knew something way back then.
Hey, bite down on this.
Yeah. She determined, however, that if the surgery was done to keep the young man alive, it did not succeed.
Ooh.
He died very shortly after the procedure.
Because he has a hole in his head?
Well, yeah.
Well, sometimes that's a necessary procedure.
Well, they have evidence
pressure in your brain
that this has been the universal, widespread type of surgery in use for thousands of years.
He also messed the bed. I think that should be noted.
Oh. Well, I think during in the what do they call it in the surgical theater, it went something like this: rock, rock, sharper rock. Suture. Was this the notion that the impure thoughts would escape your body and?
Probably not in this case.
Out of your
this
brain.
is probably a
hematoma or
maybe out of a tumor or something. They were trying to
It's not a tumor.
release the pressure.
Wow. And this was a long time ago. I know that the first breast augmentations occurred famously in the Bronze Age.
They did.
not the
Oh, I've heard of the Bronze Age. I've never heard of the Bronze Age.
Yeah, famously.
Keeping with this theme, a young woman was buried face down more than 2,000 years ago.
That ass.
Well, actually, it could be the result of ancient beliefs, Josh, about epilepsy. Researchers say she had a nail driven into her skull around the time she died in Sardinia.
That or she was a little too chatty.
This should shut her up. Bam!
Which could be the result of ancient beliefs about epilepsy. The face-down burial may indicate she suffered from a disease, while an unusual nail-shaped hole in the woman's skull may be the result of a remedy that sought to prevent epilepsy from spreading to others.
Or she was murdered.
Yeah. She may have also been killed. But
And throw her in a ditch, bury her face down.
man,
Apparently, this was a medical belief at the time.
that's really something.
The April issue of the Journal of Archaeological Science Reports has more information on this if you'd like to.
A nail.
A nail. Mm-hmm.
They thought opening up the head would do whatever.
I guess.
Did you ever nail a woman from behind?
I think we all have.
Okay.
Wow.
Sorry. It seems an odd place to have a...
We are lucky that we live in the time we live in, man.
Aren't we?
You have epilepsy now, you take a pill morning, night, you're all good. Back, you get nailed to the bottom of your coffin?
Yeah, that would be bad.
My copay doesn't seem so bad now, does it?
No.
Is that a being buried face down? Is that some kind of a...
Maybe so.
There has to be some meaning to that,
Yeah.
Right. I wonder why they did that.
I would assume I don't know if historically most cultures bury their people face up.
Did you say they were worried about spreading it? Like she could spread it?
Yes.
Gosh.
Wow. What kind of nails they had then?
Bronze.
It's pretty primitive. Hey, can I get an inch and an eighth inch of Brad over here? All grog got 10 penny.
10 penny.
Even then, they knew what to call it.
Right. But they still spoke that way. I love it. Grog only have 10 penny.
Waiting for new words.
This nail not galvanized. Rust quick, engrave.
Documentary fans, there's a new documentary that's going to track the space quest of a surgeon who lost both his legs. A surgeon in the UK.
He thinks they're in space?
It's now on the short list to travel into space.
Well, of course, it's a short list. On the short list, of course, he doesn't have
I
any legs.
see. You can laugh at short list, but not that he thinks they're in space.
Yeah.
Josh, you walked so Tom could run.
Something this guy can do neither of.
And we're done.
And scene.
He would become one of the world's first para-astronauts. Dr. Neil.
Neil.
Oh, come on.
Is this true?
Hopper?
Neil Hopper. This guy.
You got Neil and Hopper. This is. Did you verify this?
You made all of this.
This is all. This is real.
No, it's not.
He specializes in amputations, submitted his application after the European Space Agency put out a call for an astronaut with a disability. According to the University of Exeter, Hopper was informed back in 2021 he had been selected for the recruitment process.
He will be taking no steps for mankind.
That's insensitive.
Oh, that's
What
insensitive?
are the
whole story was insensitive.
Everything about what we just did.
Yeah,
this guy's very brave. He's a surgeon, distinguished.
I'm embarrassed I played alone.
I want some answers.
Look, this is real.
He is brave. Normally, I'd say I'm half the man he is, but in this case,
yeah, there you go. Okay, well, sorry, Dr. Hopper.
okay,
Mr. Dr. Neil.
All right.
Okay, coming up, it's going to be sexy time.
Thank goodness.
With Alli Breen. Right now, I want to talk about you and your time and not wasting it. Spring almost here, and HelloFresh wants you to stop wasting your time running around the grocery store for an hour trying to find stuff. And also, your taste buds are calling, going, "Hello, we're bored. How about something new?" This is where HelloFresh comes in. You've got expert chefs every week. They offer at least 40 weekly recipes with an array of choices from a vegetarian or vegan or low-cal, low-carb, or just good old-fashioned comfort food. Power up with their new protein-smart options like the one-pot pork and black bean chili from HelloFresh or the creamy Dijon dill chicken from HelloFresh, each with 30 grams or more of protein. Plus, they've got a bunch of stuff that you can just cook in about 15 minutes. Have some fun cooking. Willie, what are you working on over there?
One of my favorites, the saucy pork burrito bowls with cilantro citrus rice, charred poblano, salsa fresca, and smoky crema. HelloFresh sends you 9 ingredients. Put those together in 6 easy steps. In under a half hour, you have this delicious burrito bowl that you made at home with help from HelloFresh.
And the cost of groceries going up, so this is the perfect time to get started with HelloFresh. Once again, they do the shopping. They do the measuring. You put it together. By the way, great for date night. Great for working with the kids and showing them how you cook. Pre-portioned ingredients. Get the details at HelloFresh.com/BT Show 60. The BT Show 60 will get 60% knocked off plus free shipping. So once again, check it out. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 60 with that code, 60% off and free shipping. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 60 coming up. Sexy time with Alli Breen. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, for everything Bob and Tom, check out our website, bobandtom.com. That's where you find all the latest Bob and Tom highlights, news, information. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room playing his guitar. There's Willie Griswold on video. Hey, it's Pat Godwin again with his guitar. Is that John Denver? No, it's Pat Godwin. Available at bobandtom.com. Also, the Bob and Tom Show puppets are there. You can access Bob and Tom's VIP service. And, of course, much, much more. You can look for yourself, and it's a wormhole you may not want to come out of, but that's okay. We'll take good care of you at bobandtom.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Chicago voters have denied Mayor Lori Lightfoot a second term. Candidates Paul Vallis and Brandon Johnson will meet in a runoff to succeed her. Tuesday's election was a rebuke of Lightfoot, who made history as the leader of the nation's third largest city. Vallis, a former school CEO backed by the police union. Johnson, a former teacher and county commissioner endorsed by the Chicago Teachers Union. They advanced to the April 4th runoff after none of the 9 candidates were able to secure over 50% of the vote to win outright. The man credited with inventing the cell phone 50 years ago is optimistic that future advances in mobile technology can transform human lives. But Martin Cooper also is worried about the risk smartphones pose to privacy and young people. The 94-year-old was interviewed at the MWC Wireless Trade Show in Barcelona. Cooper made the first public call from a handheld portable telephone on a Manhattan street way back in April 3rd of 1973, using a bulky brick prototype device that his team at Motorola had started designing 5 months earlier. Putting olive oil in coffee is hardly a tradition in Italy, but that didn't stop Starbucks interim CEO Howard Schultz from launching a series of beverages doing just that in Milan. Starbucks says Schultz came up with the notion of adding olive oil after visiting a producer in Sicily last summer. The Oleato 5-drink assortment launched last week at the company's Milan roastery. The beverages have provoked both amusement and curiosity amongst Italians. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Now, this is exciting. Thank you very much for being here. You're on the Albert Brooks Show. And what is it you do for a living?
I do radio, actually.
Really?
Yes.
You do radio?
Yes.
That's incredible. So that's exciting. All right, we'll be right back. Come on! You do radio. This is a television show. Nobody cares. Help me out. You go back to your table. You have a life. My career's in the toilet. And then big smiles. Welcome back. We were kidding off the air. She's a killer, this one. So you were telling me before that you do radio.
Yes.
That's exciting. What do you do actually in radio?
I do news.
You do news?
Yes.
Really?
I'm a newsreader.
You are a newsreader.
Yes.
I didn't know. That's
Yes.
great. We'll be right back. Come on! You read the news.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
She's my little hoochie coo. I can have my cake and eat it too. Now she's got nothing on. That girl can cook. Sunday night she cooked.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I used to have a corporate job, but I figured why should I have a job that pays $200 a day when I could be a comedian and make that in a week? All right. There we go. I like going to job interviews. They're the worst interviews. Greg, before we get started, would you like something to drink? No, thanks. Had a few beers before I came in. Have any experience? I don't even have an appointment. They always ask you questions where they try to make you sabotage yourself. Have you noticed that? They're like, so tell us, where do you think you could use improvement? As if you're going to say, well, I am seething with hostility. I've got a debilitating character flaw. I cannot stop throwing staple guns. Does this look like ringworm to you? You know. Tell us about yourself. Well, I've got pink eye and my foot's asleep. Got matching silverware for the plate in my head. I think I can fly. I collect ointment. What can you bring to our company? Head lice. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Next to you in the dumpster behind the airport. Where do I start? How do you like my weight belt?
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
So what else is in your room?
I have dogs playing poker.
Door
I have 3 of the dogs playing poker on the wall.
You have dogs playing poker on the wall?
The big velvet
The painting?
Is it a
Not
tapestry?
the velvet. They're not velvet.
Is it
no.
a tapestry?
I do have dogs playing poker, a tapestry, one of them, but no, they're not the tapestry.
Mm-hmm.
The
the tapestry that I gave you of my face.
It has actually my comforter.
I have that. That's in my living room.
Can I tell you this honestly? In all truth, my comforter is at the dry cleaners right now, and your tapestry is on my bed right now. I slept underneath it last night.
Is he facing up or down?
He's facing down.
Sorry,
I've never slept better.
Yeah.
Really?
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schlitz, but for me,
Bob and Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick McGee.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Jessica Halsman.
Hey.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Willie Griswold's here.
What's going on?
And I'm Chick. And there's Tom, and we're going to help you with your love life, I guess.
We'll help somebody.
It hasn't
I
worked
hope.
up till now, but we'll give it a shot.
It's the lovely Alli Breen making a rare
Hi, guys.
appearance from her own home.
Yep.
Alli is in New York City. And what's that over your shoulder? We're looking at you on the big screen in your apartment. Is that are those candles?
Yeah, it's like a little basket of candles. Trying to be a
trying to be domestic.
From what our conversations are, that's not really what's happening, is it? You're not. Can you cook at all?
All right, I'm trying to pour hot wax on the guys who come to my house. That's what's happening.
Oh, okay.
That's an acceptable answer for Tom.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I can cook. I cooked all the Omaha steaks that you guys sent on a George Foreman grill.
Oh, there you go.
That was, that's kind of the extent of my cooking, actually.
Very good. Well, the way the show works is people write letters to Alli, ALLI. BREEN, various social media platforms, with questions about matters of intimacy or dating, et cetera, et cetera. What have you got for our starter?
Dear Alli, my boyfriend and I are talking about moving in together. I think before we do it, I'm entitled to know what he makes and how much he has in the bank and what credit card and other debt he has.
Wow.
Is this a crazy thing to ask
Yes,
him?
you're nuts.
No, it's
I
not.
don't think so. You don't want to get stuck with all the bills like he leads you on.
No, Alli.
There's nothing like true love to warm your heart, is there?
I do get this, though, because the thing is, you need to know someone's financial situation before things get too serious.
Exactly.
That's why I tell every girl. I mean, how am I supposed to even get a girlfriend if they don't know my dad is rich? I mean, you gotta let them know up top.
That's right.
You got to get it out there.
It's fair to know.
It all depends on whether or not they're co-signing. If they're co-signing, it makes perfect sense she would want that information.
Well, even if she's moving in
affect-
and expected to pay a certain amount of, what if he defaults on the rent? She didn't know. Oh, you don't make enough. Or?
Oh, you know what though? You're right, Josh. Because if they are co-signing, it'll run his credit, and they'll find out then. But yeah, if he's got like a hardcore debt, just talk about it now because it's going to be a mess later.
Right. If you're
like,
serious
don't lie about
somebody.
it. But you don't have to know necessarily how much is in his exact bank account right this second. I don't think.
Money's an
Or
issue.
maybe you do.
I don't know.
Good luck.
It's going to be awkward.
Well,
you have to discuss money if you're in a long-term relationship. Do you not?
Probably do it mid-coitus.
Yeah, exactly. He'll answer anything you want to know.
I'm broke.
What do you make when Steve? Tell me now.
Just edge him
And
until
when he
gives you
tells
the
him how
answer.
much she makes, she can't go, that's it? Oh, my God. That would be problematic.
A very awkward situation.
Yeah.
Alli, what do you think?
I think you should be able to know, but I think it's weird to have that conversation. It's hard because I think she should be entitled, but it is hard to have that conversation where you sit down and say, what do you make? How much credit card do you have? It sounds very unromantic.
Every woman involved in this conversation has said you have the right to know, and every guy's kind of been like, I don't know.
Why is that, do you think?
I don't know, but that says something, I think.
Maybe because we're more open. I would tell.
Or you're nosier.
I would be open to say how much I made.
Pat, how would you handle this?
Boy, I get real quiet.
Would you? Wouldn't you write down your ATM password on a pawn ticket?
All I have is an ATM card.
Let's move on. Alli Breen is our guest. The show is called Sexy Time. What have we got, Alli?
Dear Alli, my ex named his dog after me. How should I feel about that?
I have no idea how you should feel about that. Wow.
Is that a bad thing or a good thing? Is it
Who's this?
endearing?
Why would
I
you
don't know.
want to say your name all the time?
Yeah, boy, the new girl's going to love that.
Yeah.
Unless he says it like that. He's like, oh, it's my dog. Come on. That's why I,
But you're affectionate towards your dog.
You are.
That's
Yeah.
I think it's so unanswerable how you should feel about this. Ignore it.
Unless he just did it to get to you, maybe? That's weird.
What about this? What if this dog is very bad at fetch, and one time he's in the dog park going, Caroline, Caroline, why won't you come back to me, Caroline?
It just looks like he's insanely depressed.
Because every year we get that thing at Valentine's Day, and it's always worldwide. Some zoo does the thing where you can name a cockroach after your ex.
Sure.
I don't know. But
naming your dog.
Don't even worry about
I love
this.
my dogs.
Well, to Willie's point, too, what if the dog's licking his face and he's like, yeah, Caroline, yeah, that's it. That's a little much.
Then she should be honored.
Yeah.
It's a tribute.
Oh, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, no.
That is
don't think twice about this. You've got other things you can focus on.
Yeah, you don't need to. And the thing is, he's thinking about this constantly. So just let that be on his mind.
Yeah.
This doesn't need to be on your mind.
It has not, don't. Right.
Yeah, he obviously is not wanting to get past it, or he wouldn't have named his dog that.
Who knows?
Yeah. Or he's really dumb at revenge. Like, gosh.
I like that category. Dumb at revenge. 5 examples.
Yeah.
Oh, you like cheating on me? I'm going to have you cheat on me with all my friends.
Welcome to Dumb at Revenge. I put an upper decker in my own bathroom. That'll show me. Wait a minute, show me. Okay. What else we got, Allie?
Dear Allie, I own a company and my executive assistant and I have great chemistry and flirt a lot. She lives with a guy and I am single. I want to ask her out, but I feel like if she says no, work could be awkward and probably improper as I'm her CEO.
Oh.
I just want her to know how I feel, and I feel like if she feels the same way, I don't miss out on what could possibly be amazing. Should I go for it or not say anything?
Oh. Are you willing to lose half the company?
Yeah.
There are ways around this so that both parties just tell her, hey, I'd like to take you out, and if you say no, you won't get a promotion. I think that's how you just know the future.
It's just a
your future here at this company depends on whether or not you date me.
Exactly.
Very awkward.
I don't think you can do anything, man. Right?
No.
She's
Nothing
living with
legal. Someone else.
Yeah.
Wait, is that just like she has a male roommate, or is she in a relationship with the person she lives with?
No, the big deal here, though, is that he's her CEO.
Yeah.
He's her
But I guess
boss.
the other part, too. If she lives
Homewrecker.
with someone, that's also awkward, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, but not necessarily.
Read the beginning again. I'm confused. Is this just a boyfriend, or does she live with the guy?
It says she lives with a guy and I am single. So that implies that's her boyfriend.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Really?
I think
Well,
she's.
why would he bring that up, though?
Yeah,
if it wasn't her
I
boyfriend?
think he's just bringing up the single part to let us know. Oh, he's not cheating. Is he? Like he's not a married man.
No, he's
he's
not,
not
but
trying to-
I know.
she's in a
Yeah,
relationship.
she's in a relationship.
He's not saying that.
Yeah,
What did he say?
yeah.
She has
The
a.
implication is there. That's
Because he's guilty.
She's living with a boy.
But he's also saying she's not married. So it's still open season.
maybe now, is murder out of the question?
What? Why would
Who-
you want to
who would
murder her? He
murder
wants
who?
to go out with her.
He takes out the
other guy.
loser roommate.
The live-in.
And she's in a
loser
terrible state. He steps
Or he
in.
takes out his whole HR department so he can ask her out.
I say look elsewhere, man.
Yeah.
You're a CEO. There are plenty of.
A lot of women out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, go with the previous
Plenty of
letter. Right?
underlings.
You got all the money.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Okay, Alli Breen is our guest. The show here on the Bob and Tom program is known as Sexy Time. What do you got?
Dear Allie, I'm in a new relationship where me and my boyfriend have sex every time we go on a date. I enjoy it, but sometimes I'm not in the mood. Last date, I told him I was tired, and I didn't ask him to come to my house after, and he's now ignoring me. I really like him, but I just don't always want to hook up and sometimes want to just talk. What do I do?
Ugh, dump him.
Oh my God.
No, it's not clear. Is the coitus happening on the location of the date, or is it all?
Yeah.
I assume it's after at one of their houses.
In the back of a Pizza Hut.
Is he
Tom.
paying for dinner because you owe him? If so,
Josh, that's not fair, dude. It's state by state whether or not she owes.
You're right. We don't know where they live.
If you're in Missouri,
I think it's okay if they break up. That's fine. If you're not going to come over.
You know what? That's two strikes on you, pal. You made fun of St. Louis earlier. Now Missouri, the whole state.
I want to take the whole state.
You mentioned Fenton, Missouri. We're going at it.
I believe that the category here is quim pro quo, in which
look, that didn't get a laugh at the HR meeting. It's not going to get a laugh here.
Yeah, everyone's allowed a break.
It doesn't say how long they've been going out.
It says it's a new relationship. So if that's the thing. Maybe he's not disappointed, but he thinks she's not.
Ignoring
how do
her
you
is
move from
awful.
having sex every time to not having sex every time.
Yeah, ignoring her is awful. Very immature.
You're dealing with you're dealing
Ignore
with somebody who's
him.
immature.
Right.
And he's probably the night that you don't, he's probably out looking for it then. If he has to have it and he's ignoring her, like he's not punishing her, right? He's probably seen other people.
Who knows?
I don't even know.
Or do you think he's like embarrassed? Like, oh, you don't want to have sex with me, maybe you don't like me anymore.
Then he's an
my God.
egomaniac. Get out.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you be
We
tired?
could speculate all day, or it would just feel like it.
You can still lay there.
Okay, all right.
I think I wrote that.
I know you did, but
Okay. No, I love it.
Let's move forward. Alli Breen once again has the letters. We're trying to help people with their love lives. What else have you got?
Dear Allie, my dad left my mom for a stripper. They've been sleeping in separate bedrooms for at least 10 years and probably weren't happy, but this seems crazy.
You got a rad
Do me
dad.
and my brother try to step in, or we just let this play out? He's going to lose all his friends and family, and then there's no way that this girl actually stays with him, right?
We don't know that.
Yeah.
Never know.
Let it play out. Bring cinnamon to Thanksgiving. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Spice up the holidays.
Have her pop out of the cake at his next birthday in front of everybody. It'll be great.
Nobody knows what's
Wow.
going on between two people other than the two people. So maybe they're in love. You don't know.
Don't get involved. You don't want to get in them. That's messy.
Makes it easy to get a Christmas present.
How so?
A pole in the living room for Dad.
Pole for Dad.
Maybe just try to get to know her. Go visit her at work and have a conversation.
Oh,
Make
you're
sure
not.
she's got right
Don't visit her at
intentions.
work.
Yeah, that's not the real her.
That's weird.
Bring all your friends.
Visit her at her community college. Let your dad be happy, for Pete's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the plus side, she's probably trying to be a doctor. Isn't that what they're all trying to do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see, that's a shot. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, up there on your pedestal. I don't strip
With
for a
your
living.
fancy apartment and candles.
Yeah,
Okay.
come on.
Okay, Allie, we got
I was
time
thinking she has
time
a
for
future.
another.
Dear Allie, my boyfriend's really close to his family, and his dad is constantly making weird sexual remarks to me.
Yes.
I told him to ask him to stop, and he said that I'm taking it too personally, and it's really just his personality. Also, he said if I'm uncomfortable, I should tell him myself and not ask my boyfriend to do it. WTF? Isn't it less awkward if he says something discreetly? This is so frustrating.
Learn to take a compliment.
What?
That, you know, that remark is always met with deafening silence. You know that, right?
You know what, though? Your
That's such the
boyfriend's
cat call.
Your boyfriend's
The cat
actually
call thing. I'm
right.
complimenting you.
Like, he's right. You should say something to the dad because he'd probably respect it more, and you should be really vulgar with your response about how you don't like him saying these comments. You know what I mean? He'll be like, all right, she's cool. I get it. I'll leave you
leading
alone.
a man on has never ended poorly.
Yeah, right.
Well, then the boyfriend will step in. Yeah, if she responds super positively to the dad, maybe the boyfriend will finally be like, "Oh, whoa. Okay,
What's going
that's
on here?"
enough."
Or just play the old man's game. You know, talk about his old balls. Ask him what it was like. You know, getting loose in the '60s. Have some
Probably
fun with
makes
it.
more money than the son. You never know. Go for the guy.
Christy says do it. Tom, have you ever
I am just kidding. You know, that,
flirted
right?
with one of your children's?
It's weird.
Of course, it's
This
weird.
guy, we have to swap these last two letters out. You got to hook this guy up with cinnamon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
Well, that's
Oh.
impossible.
Well, Cinnamon already has a sugar daddy. She doesn't need this guy.
Well, maybe he's next on the list. I don't know.
Suck it up, honey. Put up with Dad's jokes.
It's
Yeah.
weird. No,
Of course, it's
it's totally inappropriate.
Totally inappropriate.
And I think the boyfriend should step in. That's like
I do too.
That's
Just
not
say,
even
hey,
that
Dad, come
chivalrous.
on. I really like
Yeah.
this girl, and I don't want you to blow
Relax.
this for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes you try to talk to dads and they just tell you to calm down. So, that might not work.
It's true. Kid's right.
3-hour callback.
Yep.
Love it, Willie.
Thank you.
Okay, Allie, one more. We got time for one more.
Dear Allie, I just finished college and moved to Chicago for a new job. I'm from a small town, and I've had a long distance relationship with my high school sweetheart for years. I love her, but she doesn't want to live in a big city. It's been really easy for me to cheat and have the best of both worlds, but as we get older, I'm starting to feel really guilty about it. The thing is, I'd be miserable without her, but also miserable moving back to my hometown. If she moved in with me, I'd be faithful, so I don't feel like this is entirely my fault. What should I do?
I don't believe you one bit. You wouldn't stay faithful.
Don't listen
Yeah, I
to
don't
her. Okay.
Yeah.
That's one thing
Hey,
we've all learned.
from what I hear, Mayor Lightfoot's available.
Yeah,
Probably not interested. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think he's
think- yeah.
her type.
Right. Exactly.
In the old days, Daly'd be cracking heads. Am I right? You're damn right.
I'm kind of with Jessica on this. I think you honestly believe you would be faithful. But that's from what I understand, that's a hard cycle to break.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if,
Especially if he's been this way all through college, too. It sounds like he's had a long run at this best of both worlds thing.
Yeah, sounds like you've never been faithful.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
What does she have against the nice city?
well, maybe she's a lot of farm girls or small town girls don't want to live in a big city.
Yeah.
There is a lot of horns honking up there.
Did you ever see Green Acres?
Yeah. She wasn't that happy either.
New York is where I'd rather stay.
Goodbye, City Life.
Okay, well, thank you, Allie. We didn't answer that one.
No, we sure didn't.
No, they need to break up. Let her find a small town boy. You find a big town girl, and
Again, this sounds kind of like a Hallmark movie.
and they're too young. God,
Except for the infidelity in the.
Yeah, the infidelity would be in the Hallmark movie.
What do you think Hallmark movies are? You always say this would be like a Hallmark movie, and there's like a murder, a weird stain. Or something.
I'm trying to make them more exciting. Okay, Allie,
you
Breen,
want Lifetime. That's what you want.
Yeah, Allie,
that's the
are
murder
you going to be
one.
on stage this weekend?
I am. I'll be at the comic strip in New York City, and then I'm on Kennedy again tomorrow.
All right. Well, we'll watch Allie. Once again, it's ALLIBREEN. You can send her your love troubles. And we always appreciate it, Allie.
Thanks, guys.
We'll talk to you next week. Thanks.
See you, Allie. Sounds good.
Right now, I want to talk about the great sound. Allie has a nice, sweet voice.
She does.
It sounds even sweeter if it's right there in your head through those beautiful Raycon earbuds. Tell me more, Chick McGee.
Raycons, that's right. The premium audio at the perfect price point. And if you're looking for a big time speaker with a battery that will last all night at your next all night party, or low latency gaming headphones, everyday earbuds, Raycon has it all. And they start about half the price of other premium audio brands. Even if you know you'll love your Raycons, though, as much as we do, Raycon wants to make sure you feel great about your purchase, which, by the way, every purchase has an easy-peasy, lemon-squeezy, free return guarantee. And they also have 3 customizable sound profiles, earbud tap functions, noise isolation, awareness mode. If you're ready to buy something small with a big impact on your life, go to buyraycon.com/Tom today. 15% off your Raycon order. Buy a pair for yourself and give a pair as a gift. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. Score 15% off your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Up next, we've got a huge anniversary in the world of classic rock. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
In the next room, we have Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols. Now, do you guys have a little tune you're going to play for us?
Yeah, we got a tune. This goes, since you was talking to Johnny Rutherford from Mike and the Mechanics. This goes
Mike Rutherford.
to Christy Lee. There's something about you.
Yeah.
There's something in the air tonight. Christy Lee's so fire-ass hot. This tape is dedicated to her from Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols on Q95. I bet you're not wearing underwear tonight. Oh, Lord. And we pray there ain't hair under there tonight. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Chill of the night, if you don't wear undies, your booty's gonna get cold. Chill of the night, if you don't wear panties, your body's gonna get stoned. White snakes. White snake. Ooh. Christy Lee. Ooh. Better get with me. I just want to get close to you and set my pork sword free. And I just want to get close to you, 'cause 1 and 1 makes 3. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Chill of the night, chill of the night, chill of the night. It gets real cold, so you don't need panties, Christy Lee. You got Donnie and the chill of the night, chill of the night, chill of the night. Q95 playing White Snake for Christy, and she's sitting in a puddle. And chill of the night, chill of the night, chill of the night, night.
Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols.
Bravo.
It's
Wow.
the first I've
Did you hear
heard
them
that.
reverbs I did for you,
Yes, I
buddy?
heard that.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Washington, Memphis, Denver, Sacramento, Indiana, San Antonio, and Golden State. Top 25 college basketball winners. Number 3, Kansas. Number 6, Marquette. Number 12, Tennessee. Number 13, Virginia all win. Iowa upset number 15, Indiana. Boise State upset number 18, San Diego State. And number 24, Texas A&M over Mississippi. And NHL last night, all in regulation. Florida, Ottawa, Columbus, Pittsburgh, Seattle, Arizona, and Montreal get wins. Minnesota and Los Angeles win in shootouts. And the Bruins beat Calgary 4-3 in overtime. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you everything I touch turns to sold.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
You might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
When I say America, what comes to mind? For me, it's simple. Mom, apple pie, and whole milk. They've been around forever. Let's hope that doesn't change. But did you know this country is actually importing whole milk? Why waste the money shipping milk from overseas when we've got the best darn fresh milk in the world right here on our own soil? You have a choice, America. So the next time you're in the market for milk, look for the flag. Old Glory Whole Milk. Old Glory Whole Milk stands alone. It's the best milk across the board.
Hey, fellas. I'm long-time over-the-road trucker, Floyd Tucker. The next time you crave whole milk, ask your fellow truckers where you can find Old Glory Whole Milk. And then ask if they're a cop. Take it from me. It's something else.
Old Glory Whole Milk. Just say when.
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
There were many pranks that I did that scared the hell out of me. One of
real naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on, you realize it's not your girlfriend, it's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too hot.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob.
Coming up.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Josh Arnold here.
Chick.
Jessica Alsman here.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Willie Griswold over there.
Yep.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much, Chick.
Hello, Tom.
Learned a lot today. We got a few more things to learn. We'll tell you about some of the stuff we learned, but first we have to review what happened in history on this date.
Today in history, here's Tom. March 1st.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. The Salem witch trials, the Salem witch hunt began on this date in 1692.
Oh, yeah, I had to find them before you could try.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is unpleasant. 1932, the Lindbergh baby was kidnapped.
All right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's sad. Here, this is a little more positive. 1941, Captain America first appears in a comic created by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby. And I think it's important that he was a captain, not a private.
Private America?
Yeah, Private America sounds like some kind of a show on HBO.
Yeah. After Dark America,
yeah,
Private America.
They go in. Let's see now. Oh, there's a pleasant thing. And JFK established the Peace Corps in 1961.
Oh.
It's a great
Very
program.
nice program.
In the
How
world of
can I meet foreign women?
1969, this is the famous Jim Morrison allegedly exposed himself in Miami, which apparently didn't really happen. But
of course not.
In any event, Jim was probably drunk. The big news today is the anniversary of Pink Floyd's famous album, The Dark Side of the Moon. Released in the United States on this date in 1973, 50 years ago.
You remember when this came out?
Sure.
Oh, it wasn't like anything else. Like, what the hell is this?
Hello.
Yeah. It's been on the charts, apparently in the top 200 of albums ever since for 50 years.
I think Money is the only one that would be considered a hit on the whole album.
That gets radio play, but there's a few other cuts that on the FM dial back then. But
That's the one you play with Wizard of Oz, right?
It is.
Yeah.
One of them. Yeah.
As soon as the lion roars.
Yeah.
You drop the needle.
Yep.
And then it matches up to a degree. And God, who thought of that?
I had no clue.
Stoner.
Yeah, how stoned do you have to be to think, we're going to try this? Still a great album, and a lot of controversy with Roger Waters these days, and he's apparently re-recording it.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting to beat what they did.
Why would you
first time
do
around?
that?
But, okay.
Why mess with it?
I don't know. And he doesn't get along.
Maybe they're
very
putting
well.
fat horns in it this time.
That was a famous sax solo.
Sure. I said horns.
Okay. We're going to be bringing the horns when we do our very special show coming up in Cincinnati to open up the baseball season just around the corner.
Nothing screams baseball like horns.
Yep, that's true. I think they have like a ragtime band walking around. They used to have it at Riverfront.
It's fun. We'll be doing some music live. We'll be at the Hard Rock coming up. I'll give you some details on that down the road.
It will be fun.
Happy birthday, Chopin.
Oh, he was good.
Who
never had a hit on the radio, though.
He famously wrote Shop Sticks. Yeah. Okay. Glenn Miller, another great musician.
Yeah.
Fortunately, got a gig with the Glenn Miller Orchestra. So
isn't that something? Yeah.
Go Buffs. That always helps. The great actor David Niven.
On stage during the Academy Awards streaking. Remember that?
That's right.
Oh, yes.
Said something about the streaker's shortcomings.
Of course, he was always so glib.
He didn't play the James Bond, but he played
a James Bond
in the comedy version. I think it was Casino Royale. Not particularly good.
He was in the Pink Panther.
Yeah, and I think in the last one, I think his dialogue was overdubbed by
Rich Little or something. Yeah. That's the legend. Anyway.
Happy birthday to Paul Hollywood from the Great British Bake Off.
Not familiar with his work.
Oh, that's a great show. But the name sounds like a porno name, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Paul Hollywood. But Kesha.
Yeah.
I'm an unapologetic fan.
Love
her.
I do too.
Is she still using the dollar sign?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think she dropped it.
I like the idea of a bunch of suits and like a big meeting about production. We're going to drop the dollar sign.
I know.
She brushes her teeth with a bottle of Jack. Come on. How can you not love Kesha?
She brushes her teeth with a Jack?
With a bottle of Jack. That's lyrics from her song.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool.
What does she brush her liver with?
It goes more little
wait
butter,
a
a
minute.
little garlic. That song's about a party.
little hour ago by the Doors.
Okay. Can you sing some Kesha for me?
A bottle of Jack, a bottle of wine.
There you go.
No, it's like
whatever mood you're in tonight.
Has anyone ever done that? Is there a toothpaste out there that is
flavors like Jack
flavored
Daniels?
like booze?
Oh, isn't that
For the
functioning alcoholic?
For the alcoholic.
Yeah, peppermint schnapps if you're a peppermint.
Fresh breath. It's new. Crest with CC and ginger ale. I'm sorry. It's time now to review what we learned on today's show.
You say so. What did we learn? Well, rabbit, March 1st. Yep, we say that to keep the evil spirits away all month. It has yet to work. We're still We're still trying. Ace Cosby, in case you were in a cave, is eating pizza every meal for the entire month of March. We'll see how that works.
We hardly knew you.
Yesterday was Donnie Iris's 80th birthday, but that was yesterday, I guess.
Yesterday.
Let's see. Floyd called, seeming confused about the NFL Combine workouts. A tractor and a combine is what Floyd was worried about. Say combine is...
Yeah.
Yeah. Words have different meanings. Mark, Mike's son Patrick, has been to Chick's compound and allegedly stole something. That's true. He's a dirty horn player. We all know it. And
He's a very fine trumpet player, a nice college boy.
Can't trust him. Let's see. Do I actually finally own a world record for announcing the public announcing of stupid world records? Is that a...
You're on your way, at least.
Is that a world record in the offing?
We do one almost every day on the show. We got a good one tomorrow involving fire swords.
Fire swords?
What?
Oh, yeah. It's coming up tomorrow.
Involving fire swords.
Yes. Fires, swords together.
Did swords on fire come into your brain, or you just decided to say fire swords?
No, we got it for tomorrow's show. It's David Rush. It's good.
Pat Godwin is Willie G's godfather.
Oh, yeah.
He's disappointed the family.
Come to me in the day of my daughter's wedding.
There was another incident of life with Tom off the air today. He, to no surprise of any of you, forgot to put a cub under the Keurig machine. Tea was everywhere. He unsuccessfly tried to blame Pat for the entire situation.
What a mess.
Just asked Pat if he'd stolen the cup when he walked in.
Turned into a real mess. Northern Kentucky baseball star Liam McFadden Akmar, 2 grand slams in the same inning. Ended up with 10 RBI, 5 out of 6, 4-run scored. So that's pretty good.
The final score of that game was what?
27-4, I think. Something like that. Tom's girls are fascinated with Ace Cosby's pizza challenge. I don't know why you don't have the girls do that, Tom. That seems like that'd be a great idea.
Well, they get a balanced diet. They're not going to have pizza every meal.
Doesn't Liam McFadden Akbar sound like something a Scottish terrorist would yell before they blow themselves up? Liam McFadden Akbar! Bam! Just a little humor for the rest of the day.
That is tremendously funny. I love that. Not a lot of great...
Not a lot of...
self-immolation jokes.
Keep sun off your perineum.
Okay, thanks very much. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.